I'm just turning up today, doing a live vlog. It's very random. I'm just going with the flow. This is going to be a community-led live vlog. I'm going to go with the flow. Any comments that are, any reflections and comments, I will pin some of them and then concentrate on that comment for a while. And hopefully the community will add their own perceptions onto that comment. And that's how I'm going to do it. So let me just... Community-led reflections, okay? Nice and chilled. I just feel like doing this right now, so I'm going with it. One moment. We'll get there. There we go. That's great. We'll see where the chat goes today. So my name's Brad, if you don't know my name. This is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. This is actually episode 93. I was already live today, but I've decided to do an extra one. This is Navigating Life, community-led. So we're going to be reflecting together. We're going to be talking about what's bothering us at the moment. We're going to be talking about other things too. It doesn't all have to be deep. It doesn't all have to be serious. I'm just going to be talking as I can until that happens, of course. I'll do a bit of reflection myself as well throughout this. Right now, my energy's not great. I work really hard, as do many other people. And I think sometimes I burn out a little bit. And this might be contradicting that, me doing this live right now. But I just want to do it. I just want to go for it. So yeah, this is just a random live. I've not got any script to work with today. It's all just going to happen organically and naturally and genuinely, of course, the communication that's going to be delivered. It's going to be community led. So what you write in the comments will be responded to. I'll respond to things in the best way I can, in the most mindful way I can, of course, as well. And that's it, really. I did a live today, and I usually go a bit longer. I did 2.5 hours this morning, from 10 o'clock till 12:30. But I had some responsibilities, which I'm absolutely happy to fulfill. But I had to leave the live early. So that's another reason why I'm going live again tonight, should I say. And I just feel like doing it. So I'm going to go with the flow, as they say. Go with the flow. I'm not putting any pressure on myself on the live either. I like just going with the flow, man. It's all good. Yeah. What was I going to say then? Well, just going how I'm feeling today. Yep, my energy's not great. It's not great, but it's okay. That's it. That's it, really. I'm speaking to myself as we speak. I'm speaking to myself right now, which is good. I just got to be present in the moment, I suppose. Present in the calm. Present in the silence. That's what I'm being right now. Being calm in the silence. Just focusing on my breathing. Focusing on the now. Becoming less bothered by things. Taking less... I suppose it's almost like having less pressure on yourself, on your life. It's hard, isn't it, sometimes? Frienzo, you sure you're speaking to yourself? Yeah, I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to you now, Frienzo. We all speak to ourselves, don't we, I suppose, in our minds, in our heads. My name's Brad, by the way. You've never met me before. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. Today's just... I've not got much of a script today. I'm going with the flow, Frienzo. Going with the flow, going with the comments, going with the now. Let's see what manifests throughout that, through this collective consciousness. It could go anywhere. It could go nowhere. Who knows? But there's no pressure. Things will develop as they do. That sounds cool. Awesome. Yeah. Where are you from, Frienzo, is the question. I'll answer that question myself, to be fair. My name's Brad. As I've already said, I'm from England, of course. Northwest England, which is near, I live in Chorley, which is about 30 miles away from Manchester. Usually my channel is about self-improvement, working on yourself, narcissism, dealing with toxic people, dealing with the sufferings of life, trying to be the best version of yourself, trying to be more high vibrational. I talk about those types of things usually, but today, right now, I'm just chilling. Not everything has to be deep all the time. I don't think you can work on yourself all the time either. It gets tiring. It gets a bit much sometimes. So it's good to just be silly sometimes. It's good to chat shit sometimes, as long as you're not hurting anybody in that process. It's good to not take yourself so seriously sometimes as well, in my opinion. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Pursuer, hi Pursuer. How are you? Hello Pursuer, how are you? Hope you're okay. What are you creating today is the question. What are you creating today? I hope that you're okay. I am God. I am God. What's my thoughts on that? Are we not all God? What do you mean by that? Brad, I'll ask myself. Are we all energy? When we pray, who are we praying to? Are we praying to our higher selves? Maybe, if you look at it that way. I think energy is God. Therefore, we are all God in a way, maybe to an extent. Or maybe I'm talking absolute rubbish. You might not agree with me. This is absolutely fine. Frienzo saying some crappy videos I made. Frienzo, what crappy videos did you make? Do you know what? At least, Frienzo, do you know what, Frienzo? I can relate to that. Because when I first started YouTube on the 30th of December 2024, I was making videos, mate, edited ones. If you go on my profile, my YouTube channel, and you look at the oldest bloody videos I made, they're not great. This isn't perfect, what I'm doing now. Let's be fucking real, Frienzo. So, yeah, I can definitely understand making some crappy videos. But you know what? You've got to be dirty to be shit, Frienzo. You've got to dare to be bad. You've got to have a go at things. At least you did something. You created something. It might not be perfect. It might not be the best. But you did your best you could on that day. What were your videos about is the question. Pursuer says, I didn't say God. I just said good in a short of text because I hate text. So you saved yourself a letter there, Pursuer. You're good. I'm glad that you're good. Thanks for correcting me there. I thought you said I am God. Sorry, mate. I'm just reading it as it is, man. I'm just reading it as it is, Goober. Pursuer de Goober. Brene Streams. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Hello, mate. What you doing? I'm basically I'm doing a live vlog. It's a community-led reflection, so people can reflect on whatever they want. I'm going to respond as mindfully as I can. Some of the comments I'll pin, if they're a deeper topic or whatever, I'll pin the comments and then we'll all focus on that particular comment. But I'm going to try and read all the comments the best I can and respond to them the best I can. Brene Streams, I hope I'm saying it right. Frienzo saying fair point. Okay, fair enough. For sure says, by the way, I'm planning to make a plush of Lily Love Braids from Poppy Playtime. Plus, I can't technically be a god if my pronouns, if they're they, them. Okay. Okay then, Pursuer. Brene saying, oh, nice, good on you. I'm trying, Brene. I'm trying. As imperfect as I am. Trying, man. And I'm saying it correctly. Oh, Brene, do you know what? Thanks for that. I sometimes get it wrong. Frienzo saying, sorry, got to go, but I'm subscribed. Frienzo, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you to anyone else that's subscribed. Thank you to anyone else that's liked. Thank you to anyone that's watching. Thank you, Frienzo. I appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of next week. Hope that you do okay. Mate saying, hello. Please, can you say You, I can't, bloody hell. You're testing me there, Mate. My linguistic skills are terrible, but I'll try. Hello, please can you say you iubesc Romania 14 mulți? And if don't understand, translate it. I don't understand it, Mate. I'm really sorry. You'll have to translate that for me. You iubesc Romania 14 mulți. What does that mean? I don't know. But I've tried to say it. I probably murdered the language there, Mate, if I'm honest. Motivation Master, hi, how are you? Welcome back. I'm okay. I'm a bit tired, but I feel okay. I just added an extra live in today. I just felt like it. I wanted to carry on earlier on, but I couldn't. So I just chucked this one in. Pashua's giving me a smile with the eyes up. Sandra's not here currently. No, she's not. Pashua, maybe later. But it says I love Romania so much. All right, cool. I didn't know that. How's life in Romania is the question. What's life like in Romania? I've never been. Joshua says hi. Hi, Joshua. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you, by the way. Hope that you're okay. I'm just going with the flow with you guys. Someone said, "Oh, coming to my life. It's nice and calm and supportive and all that kind of thing." That's the kind of community I'm trying to build. Supportive. But she was sending me a 3 there. I don't know what that means, mate. And Brené's saying that's all you can do, though, innit? Do your best every day. I'm gonna just pin your comment, Brené. It's very simple what you're saying, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with simple things, you know. We're saying simple things. That's all you can do, isn't it? Your best every day. And it's such a simple thing to understand, but we forget that, don't we? And your best is different every day, Brené. Fucking hell. Sometimes you can take on the world. You've got loads of energy. You're smashing it. You're hitting home runs. You're winning in every way. And other days, you're something in between smashing it. You're average, let's say. And other days, I find that I drag my ass through the day. It's like opening a rusty door some days, and you push and push and push to open this rusty door, and it just doesn't move. I have days like that too, but you can only do your best. And if you know, I think we should all remember to be kind to ourselves and remember thinking, do you know what? I fucking try my best. I know it weren't perfect. I know I fucked up a little bit, but I had a go. And tomorrow's another day. I'm gonna go again, and that's it. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. So thank you for sharing that, Brené. And sometimes the simplest things in life we forget. We keep reminding ourselves. Well, I do anyway. Pursuer said, I finally made something yesterday. What did you make yesterday, Pursuer? Mate says, it's so cool. I love the food. What's your favourite Romanian meal then, Mate? What's your favourite Romanian meal? I think English food is shocking. English food, we're not known for our food, really. Compared to Italian food, Indian food, Mediterranean food, and the list goes on. The English aren't known for the meals, if I'm honest. So Pursuer saying, which are 2 of my ox, half face and hook eye? I don't know what they are, mate. Pursuer saying, and hook eye has a fish hook stuck in the right eye. Well, yeah. Well, it makes sense, hook eye. On that note, Pursuer, I once went fishing. I was in Tenerife, and I bought this really cheap. What's it called? Bloody hell! I can't even remember the words. I went fishing, basically, Pursuer, and then I caught a fish, and I caught its eye, and I got it out of the sea. Crap story, and it looked really painful for the fish. I felt bad. Pursuer saying, Sandra's saying, Brad, I need something from the study. What do you need, Sandra? Please let me know what you need, and I'll get it you. Let me do this for Sandra first. On the right side from the mirror, there's a see-through lidded crystal pot. See-through crystal lidded pot. I can, on the right of the mirror, okay, there's 2 of them, isn't there? Right, which one? Both of them or one of them? I can see it. 1 minute. Let me just... Sorry, guys. See-through lidded pot. I'm being thick. I don't know these things. Is it this? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There you go. Enjoy.
Thanks.
There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, I can't read in the comments. Pretty sure it says hi to Sander. He's smiling. Sander's just said hi to Bashua, and that's your lot. I'm just drinking my tea. Has anyone got any drinks with them at the moment? I'm just drinking some tea. I'm relaxing. I'm speaking. I'm trying to be present in the moment as best I can and reflect on where my life's going, etc. Where's your life going? What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve? Or what are you doing to achieve that? Would be the question there. Brené's got a nice cup of coffee right next to me. Oh, nice. Oh, coffee. I love coffee, Brené. Absolutely fucking love it. I'm addicted to it, if I'm honest. I think a lot of people are addicted to it. I once used to drink loads of coffee all the time. I still drink coffee every day now. I have 3 cups a day. I don't have any more. I once quit coffee, Brené. I quit it. And I got the worst headaches. I felt like I was ill for about a week. I don't know why, but I quit it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever quit. I've quit smoking. I've quit drugs when I was younger, etc., etc. I've quit drinking, all that kind of thing. And one of the hardest was quitting bloody coffee. I went back to it though. I went back to it. I enjoy coffee. Coffee's a drug. It's addictive, but it's not like it's a bad drug or anything. Sander's having kefir and pretzels. Sorry, pretzels. Oh, pretzels are lovely. Kefir is very good for the gut, isn't it? I don't eat it myself, but I know it's good for the gut. For sure, saying one moment going to take a photo of my ox. You take your photo. What is ox? I've no. How do you have it? Black. All right. Okay, Brené, how do I have the coffee? I actually have a coffee machine. I have a DeLonghi coffee machine. I have cappuccino with an extra shot. I have coffee beans as well. Bit of a coffee connoisseur there. It's not me, it's my partner that's a coffee connoisseur, and I benefit from it. But we buy the coffee beans, a kilogram of it. You should get the pure coffee. It's really nice. And you can buy different types of coffee beans. It's much better than Starbucks and Costa, by the way. The machine itself wasn't cheap. You can spend £200, £500, £1,000. It could probably go even above that if you wanted to buy a true coffee machine. But you don't have to spend all that money. But it's good getting the coffee beans. The smell of the coffee is really fresh when it's grounded, once you put them in the grinder. And then what was I going to say then? Sometimes I have espresso or doppio espresso, which obviously means double espresso. I sometimes have black coffee when I'm fasting as well, Brené. I like black coffee. I like cappuccino. I like espresso. I like all of them. Anyway, black coffee is really good for fasting because the coffee acts as an appetite suppressant, doesn't it, Brené? Yeah, those DeLonghi machines are really, really, really good. They cost money. You've got to maintain them, but the quality of the coffee's better. Depends what you want. There's nothing wrong with ground coffee. There's nothing wrong with ground coffee. It's easy, isn't it? Just pour it in hot water, you're done. But that's much better if you want a better experience. But it depends what you want. Anyway. Brené saying, oh, damn, haha, of all things, and then, oh, fucking lovely. Right. Sandy saying, life's too short to drink shit coffee, LOL. Depends on what you say about shit coffee. It depends on your perception of what shit coffee is. But if you can, treat yourself to the best things in life. If you can. Depends what you want to spend your money on. Sander's saying like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you. You're eating popcorn, Sander. Good for you. Enjoy your popcorn. Yeah, thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. I appreciate you all. Brené's saying, if I have it out of a proper machine, or if I'm in Spain, I'll have a lovely cortado. Oh, yeah. That's like a bit bigger than espresso, isn't it? Cortado. And you can truly, when you get like an espresso or a cortado, like Brené's mentioning, coffee from a machine with really good coffee beans, you can actually really, truly taste the coffee. I think coffee beans are the purest form. You're getting it from the purest way you can. Paul. Hi, Paul. My name's Brad. Shave the eyebrows. I look like I'll have... Paul, how are you? I'm not going to shave my brows, lad. I'll look like I've got cancer, mate. It's not a good look, mate. Shaving your eyebrows, I would not recommend that. But Paul does. Have you ever shaved your eyebrows, Paul? I'm going with a joke there, mate. Sandra's saying, yummy Brené. Yeah, it sounds good. I can imagine that's being in Spain at a really nice cafe, let's say, with your cortado coffee, just sat there chilling. There's good and bad coffee, though, objectively. Yes, there is. I find that Starbucks and Costa, which is in England, of course, we have a lot of those, especially in the current times. There's loads of them, and they're not bad places, but I think it's overpriced, and sometimes the coffee's fucking burnt, and it's expensive for what it is. If you get yourself an espresso machine, an espresso, or I see DeLonghi is really good, Italian brand. The Italians love the coffee, of course. They're well known for it. It's a good investment if you love coffee anyway. And then you can have that cortado Brené at home if you invest in it. Anyway, depends what you want out of life, though. Everyone's different. Not saying you have to do that, only if you want to. Everyone loves spending money on different things, don't they? And it's each to their own. Anyway, I'll carry on. Sandra's saying, Paul, he's done it already. What, shave my eyebrows? Oh, it's not a good look, man. Or I might just do one eyebrow and then leave the other one. Look even weirder. Brené's saying, double espresso thingy, my Bob. Doppio espresso. It's got a kick to it as well. Have you ever had, oh my God, what's it called? Ice cream. So cold ice cream, vanilla ice cream, with a shot, an espresso shot poured in. Affogato, which is a dessert with the ice cream and the coffee in, the espresso shot. It's lovely. Tastes amazing. Will's products, bold, big, and bold. Yes, I've got a bald head, Will's. It's obvious, man. Wills is saying, I'm a homophobic homosexual. Well, you're in a quandary there, Wills. You're in a little bit of a quandary, aren't you, in your life? If you're a contradiction. I'm going with the joke. Nice to meet you too. Keep it nice, man. My name's Brad, by the way, Wills. Pashura is back. Affogato, Sandy, yes. That was on about. It's lovely. Sandy says, yes, you. Hi, Johnny. Welcome back. I'm just doing an extra live, mate. I feel like doing it. Thank you for today, by the way. You sent me a great email, by the way. Thank you for your advice. It's very good. Thanks for, you lifted me up when I needed it, to be honest. I was struggling this morning a bit. My energy was just off. It's hard sometimes. And today I'm just doing a chilled vlog. I've no script or anything. I'm just reading the comments. I like doing it. So, yeah, I hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Sandra saying, I love the face, Pashua. Sandra says, Johnny. It's Gracie. Hi, Gracie. How are you? How are you? Hope you're okay, Gracie. Hi, Inspirational. Hi, Gracie. Nice to meet you, by the way. Nice to see you on here, should I say, again. Have you been on here before, Gracie? I think you have. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I remember. Rolf Harris. Oh, dear. Hello. God. He was, he went down the wrong road, that lad, didn't he? Oh, God, I'm not going to say anything else. Pashua saying, by the way, I posted my ox if you want to see them, Sander. So Pashua's got his own channel, guys. I don't know what ox are, guys. I have no idea. I've no idea what they are. You have to inform me what they are. I don't know what they are. Sorry. Sander says hi to Rolf. It's Gracie. Do you watch Matt? Yes, sometimes I watch Matt. I do, yes, Gracie. I've seen you on there too. I sometimes comment on there. I did actually today a little bit. Yeah, sometimes watch him, yes. Sander's saying, yes, Pashua, I shall do that soon. Okay. Johnny's saying, Pashua, we miss you this morning. Yes. Brene says, I'm back. I was eating a wee cheese string. They're nice, cheese strings. They're not good for you, but they taste good. Enjoy, Brene. You're living your best life by the sounds of it. You've got your coffee, you've got your cheese. Not too bad. Pashua says, okay. Sander says, LOL, Brene, with a nice slice of cheese. Pashua saying, wait, there was a live in the morning. This morning, yes, there was, Pashua. At 10 o'clock in the morning. I used to go live on every Sunday. Not every, but more Sundays. I'm live at 10 o'clock in the morning. I go live more if I could, but I work a lot, don't I? So I do my best. Santa says, okie dokie. Glad I could help. Johnny says, yes. Help more than you help more than you can actually imagine. You help a lot. Thank you. That's getting the words out wrong. Wills is sending love and respect. Good, Wills. Sending love and respect back to you, man. It's all good. Santa's saying, yes, for sure, and we missed you. It's Grace saying, it's all right, I'm taking a break from my stream. Of course, no worries, it's Gracie. Do what you want with your time. Of course. Santa's saying, it's hi, Wills. It's Grace says, I don't remember. No worries. You don't need to remember. Sander's saying hello to Gracie. Pashua saying, I was asleep this morning, sorry. Pashua, you don't need to be sorry for anything. And no one owes anyone anything. As long as you're a good person, you're a decent person, you know what I mean? You're not trying to hurt anybody. You're trying to just live your best life in whatever way you want to. Therefore, living life autonomously, which I believe everyone should do. You don't have to be sorry for being asleep this morning, mate. You just live your life. Pippa, hi Pippa, welcome back. Welcome back, Pippa. Good to see you on here again. My man, keep shining bright. I'm trying my best, Pippa. I'm trying my best. You keep shining bright too. Thank you. Sander says, I thought you don't like sleeping, Pashua. Yeah, last time I remember, Pashua, you were fighting the sleep. Johnny's insane, Pashua. We wanted the latest insight on crayons. Very colourful way of looking at things there, Johnny. Brene's got a proper meal here. What have you got, Brene? What are you eating? What are you enjoying? What's everyone's favourite meal? A question there for you. You don't have to answer, but it's just a question. Sander's just pondering on, thinking about things a little bit. It's Grace's. Yeah, I do as well. Sander says, on the story of crayons, we have introducing, who knows? It's Gracie saying, I was just there. Okay, cool. Renee saying fruit shoot and a cheese string and a bacon sarnie. Wow. So you got your fruit shoot, you got your cheese string, a bacon sandwich. Bacon butties are amazing. They just really are. Brene, and you got your coffee. It's not a bad combination. That's comfortable, isn't it? Pashua is sending me that smiley face with the eyes going up. Sanders lost a pretzel. If anyone finds that pretzel, can you please call 999 and then we'll try and find it for her. It's a joke. It's a joke. A bad joke, but there you go. Sanders saying, I feel like Pashua. Okay. Pashua is sending me a 3. I don't know what that means, mate. Sorry. J. Kumar. I hope you don't mind me calling you that name because I can read it well. J. Kumar, hi, back to you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you on here again. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. It means a lot. Mr. Lyrical. Hi, Mr. Lyrical. Saying, come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Tottenham hold that loss. What's the score? Mr. Lyrical. And I'll ask you a question. Do you think they're going to win it this year? Arsenal have been really good for the last few years, but they've just missed the mark. They've not been consistent. And they've not won the league, have they? Do you think they're going to do it this year, Mr. Lyrical? I'm assuming that you're hoping that. Anyway, Rolf Harris is saying, I'm taking a break from Match Stream as well. No worries. It's all good. It's Grace saying me too. No worries. You're welcome on here anytime. And if you don't want to be here, that's absolutely fine too. No pressure. No pressure at all. Sandy saying who's Matt? Matt is it creates his own content. He watches a lot of wrestling, Sander. He's live nearly every day. He does longer streams than I do. He goes into the morning too sometimes. He's a nice person. He's a nice person, is Matt. I don't know him personally, of course, but he's a nice person. He's a kind person. And yeah, and he has his own content. He loves watching wrestling and commenting on it and talking about it. And he does other things too. Anyway, Jay Kumar says, how was your day? How was your day? How was everyone else's day as well? Question to everyone there from Jay Kumar and from myself. My day was okay. I woke up in the morning. I did a live at 10 o'clock until 12:30. I spoke about rejection, the psychology of rejection, how we internalize it and how we process it in our minds and how we beat ourselves up and how to grow and move on from it, Jay Kumar. I spoke about that. I then had some errands to do, some driving to do. So I stopped the live. I went for an ice cream, which was lovely. Went to an ice cream parlor, had an ice cream. It was absolutely lovely. I then came home. I watched some rugby. I watched France against Italy. France won because they're the better team. I've relaxed and now I'm doing this live. That's my day. Sanders doing a bit of whistling. It's Gracie saying, a live me, an inspirational watch and ROFL. What do you mean by a live me? What do you mean by, sorry, it's Gracie, can you elaborate on that? I'm misinterpreting what you're saying. A live me, an inspirational watch and ROFL. I don't know what that means. People saying pickles. What do you mean by pickles? You're eating pickles. For sure, it's just giving me a mad combination of letters all together with DHF at the end. I don't know what to do with that, Pursuer lad. Rolf is asking me, do you know Kung Fu Kevin? Who the hell's Kung Fu Kevin, Rolf? No idea who that is. I used to do Kung Fu, you know, from the ages of 8 up until 15. So 7 years I did Kung Fu. I got to like brown belt, second bar, I nearly got to black belt. And then I turned into a teenager. I was 15 and I just went a bit wild and I stopped doing it. I nearly got to black belt, but I stopped. I was quite good at it, actually. But that was years ago. I'm older now. It's Grace saying, Rolf, I watch him, but shh. ROFL, I watch him, but shh. Okay, I'll keep quiet. It's Grace. Sandra saying, my favourite meal is anything pasta related. You can do so much with pasta. There's so many combinations if you do it properly. Brene's saying, I also have a pretzel. Yummy. Pretzels are lovely, very Moorish. They make you thirsty though because of the salt content. Sandra saying, I've dropped the pretzel somewhere underneath the table. Brene's saying that she's found it in my couch. Sandra, I think Brene's just eating your pretzel. Joking. You cannot find it, yes, because Brene's found it in her couch. In their couch. I don't know if it's a... Sorry, Brene, forgive me. I don't know if you're a... God, forgive me. I don't know if you're a he or a she. I don't know. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know. Sorry. I didn't mean to offend there, by the way. At all. Johnny Sensei, favourite meal? That's difficult. I could always eat a steak. Oh, I love steak. Medium rare. Definitely medium rare, in my opinion. I love good pasta, but right now I'm craving it. Quesadilla. I can't say it properly. Mexican food, isn't it? Elizabeth Butcher. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello back to you. My name is Brad. Nice to meet you, by the way. Sandra's saying, I love a quesadilla. That's a good idea for a meal. Really is. Sandra's saying, hi, Abe. It's Gracie saying, I'm actually watching him right now. Oh, you've got 2 on the go. It's Gracie. It's all good. Everything with cheese in it, LOL. Cheese is very addictive, isn't it? Have you ever had vegan cheese? There's no point. Vegan cheese is absolutely vile. It's like rubber. It's tasteless. It's bland. Just does not work. Has anyone ever tried that? It's not the best. If you're finding it difficult to pronounce my name, you can just call me Abe. Okay then, Abe. Abe. Thank you. Thank you for helping me there, Abe. Thank you. Okay, Abe, Sandra's saying. Elizabeth saying she's good. Good to hear. Sandra's just looking. It's Gracie saying, sorry to bring that negativity here. It's Gracie. I don't think you brought any negativity here, by the way. So you don't need to apologise at all. You really don't. Please don't feel the need to. Abe is then saying, what is the most viewers you've had on one live? The most views I've had on a live was probably 2,100 views. Most people at one time must have been about 30 or something like that. It's much more, Abe. Honestly, when I started doing lives in April last year. My first 10 lives, I had literally no one watching. It was really difficult to even speak. I was speaking to myself for hours. Honestly, it was. I was in survival mode. When you first start YouTube, for me personally, you're in survival mode. You're just trying to. Honestly, it took me ages to get to 50. It took me to get to 30th of December till the 3rd of March. It took me that long to get 5 subscribers, which is really slow as hell. And I was one of those subscribers. I subscribed to my own channel. I'm going to back myself, of course. And then it just started to speed up a little bit. And I know it might not be, these numbers aren't like, oh my God, look at my numbers, they're amazing. And I know they're not, but they're a lot better than they were. The traction is moving a bit more forwards, Abe, if I'm honest. I like things to happen organically and naturally and genuinely, Abe. I'm not trying to get clickbait or anything like that. That's my angle. I try to help people the best I can as well, Abe. Not that I know everything, not that I have the answers for everything as well, just to be open and honest there, guys. Mr. Lyrical is saying the score was 4-1 and I hope we will win, but have City to play. Again, hoping for the best, expecting the worst. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Quite a wise way to look at it, Mr. Lyrical. Hope for the best, expect the worst. And you're not as disappointed then if it all doesn't go right. Is it at City or is it at Highbury or is it at the City ground? Mr. Lyrical, is it home or away for Arsenal? It's great saying, I watch Kev, but don't tell Matt. It's Gracie, you don't owe anyone anything. You don't. You shouldn't feel guilty. It's your time, it's your life. And do what you want to do with your life and your time. If you want to watch whatever you want to watch, you're not hurting anyone else. You're not obligated to do anything. You shouldn't feel guilty. My opinion, for anything. Just taking the pressure off you a bit there, it's Gracie. Abe saying, are you on Instagram? I'm not. No, I'm not. Not in this format. I've got my own personal Instagram page, but I don't do it. I hardly ever go on there. I don't ever use it. It's not really running very well. So I just, from a YouTube creator perspective, I just do YouTube. That's it. It's Gracie saying, yeah. Okay. Hi, welcome back, Bailey. How are you? Hope you're okay. Hello, Brad and everyone else. How are you all? I'm okay, Bailey. I'm just doing a random live, nice and relaxed. Reading through the comments, no pressure, going with the flow. I'll pin some comments if I feel like they're worth discussing on a deeper level. Other than that, I'm going with the flow, reading all the comments, reflecting slightly, let's say. Pashua says hamburger. Hamburgers are nice. He's going to tell Matt, definitely. Who's going to tell Matt what? It's Gracie. Tell them what? Nobody owns anybody. It's great saying, don't tell Matt what I just said it at all. Right. Nothing to do with me, that Gracie. It's Gracie. Abe's saying, my favourite meal is biryani. Abe, do you know what? Every single time I have a curry, I have a chicken biryani. Oh, this bloody lovely. Have you ever tried it? Yes, I have, Abe, so many times. That is my favourite curry. Basically, chicken biryani. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's just lovely. I absolutely love it. Do you know what? I need to have that soon. You've reminded me, Abe. I've not had that for a long time, and I love that meal. Barely saying it's Gracie, I won't. It's all good. Oh, it's all good. Pursuer's giving me that smiley face again. He's got his eyes, the eyes are going upwards there at Pursuer. It's Gracie saying, better not, please. Sanders deleted some messages. I'll read that anyway. You're spamming a little bit. Shimandos, okay, MTB. Yo, bro, can we get a hairline reveal? Yo, bro, can we get a hairline reveal? Well, there is no hair. It's bald. And that's the end of that, really. Please. There's nothing to show you, man. There's nothing there, lad. It's all gone. No bueno. That's your lot. It's great saying, oh God, he's got that hoodie on. I don't know who's got what hoodie on. Sure saying, I think that's enough asking for her line reveal. Yeah. Bit dumb, really. Bailey saying, Gracie, how come you're not watching Matt? Gracie's taking a break. It's Gracie saying, but have you heard what he does to the people who do? Do what? It's Gracie. Do what? Bailey saying, for context, me and Gracie know each other. Yes. No one owes anyone anything, guys. They don't. And no one should pressure you into that either. You don't. You don't owe anyone shit. You owe it to yourself to live the life that you want to live. And not everyone might understand your choices in life. They might even agree with them. A lot of people won't want to live the life the way that you live your life or the way that I live my life. We all have things that we enjoy. We all have our own preferences. And if we feel passionate about those preferences, then I think fucking life is short. Go for it. And do it unapologetically. You're not hurting anyone. You're just living your life, your best life. And that's different for everyone. I believe in autonomy, man. Autonomy all the fucking way. And if anyone tries to make you feel guilty for living the life that you want, then that's not good, is it? In my opinion. Of course. For sure saying, I'm really, really sorry. I bet Santa's pretzel. Wow, it's an improvement, for sure. Usually you're eating crayons and now you're eating pretzels. So I'm impressed with your culinary improvements, let's say. It's Gracie saying, I'm not watching him because I'm taking a break from the Bailey. No worries, it's Gracie. It's Gracie saying he's going to tell Matt. I watch Kev. Okay. Sandy is devastated because Pursuer has eaten the pretzel that she lost. I'm going with the joke here. Bailey saying, okay, Gracie, I've been to the hospital. It was okay. I hope that you're okay, Bailey. I hope that you're okay. As well as you can be. I don't know what the matter is, but I hope that you're okay. It's great saying you better not, please. No worries. For sure said I don't even eat pretzels. No. Sandra said just stick a tired of reading about Matt. No worries. It's all good. Grace saying he is funny though. For sure says so true. Abe saying, who is Matt, if you mind me asking? Matt is someone who has his own channel. If you flick your finger enough on the live that you're on now, you'll probably find other YouTubers, won't you? Other people talking about other things. Some things you'll be interested in, some things you won't be. Matt just reads through all the comments most of the time. And he's just another YouTuber. He has his own style of content, let's say that. He's been doing it much longer than I have, I believe. Trying to say it's completely irrelevant. Pursuer's giving me that smiley face. I'm trying to read your name. 1 minute. Sathish. I can't. Chris. I'm going to call you Chris. I'm sorry if I can't get your name right. Shout out to India. Shout out to India all the way. I work with a lot of Indian people. I work for the NHS. I'm a scrub nurse. That's my job. Chris. I hope I'm saying your name right. And I work with some Indian people, and all of them are so lovely. They're so hardworking. They're so humble. They're so polite. A lot of time and a lot of respect. And throughout my life, I've met a lot and worked with a lot of Indian people throughout my life. And I trust, honest to God, I've never met a bad one. I'm sure there's bad people in every nationality. There's good and bad in every nationality. You can't stereotype people, but I've never met a bad Indian person, honestly. I met quite a few as well. A lot of different ones. I'm trying to say hi to India. It's Gracie saying, who watches Kev's channel? It's Gracie. I don't know who. I don't know who Kev is. I don't know what Kev's channel is. I don't. It's Gracie saying, I meant to add. Okay. Abe saying, okay, Sander, my bad. No, it's all good. Mr. Lyrical. Matt thinks he is a new PewDiePie. I don't like him personally. No worries. A new PewDiePie. Oh, PewDiePie is a big YouTuber. I know that. I've heard of him. There's levels to the game, Mr. Lyrical. And PewDiePie is absolutely huge. Mr. Beast is absolutely huge. And we're just little fish, mate. I'm a little fish anyway. Maybe not forever, but I think you just stick to your own content. Concentrate on yourself, Mr. Lyrical. I'm talking about myself here. Just concentrate on yourself. Be the best version of yourself and go with the flow. It's all good. It's great saying, I think that we're still watching. That's fine. It's great saying, who eats crayons? Do not eat crayons. Pursuer talks about eating crayons a lot. I don't know why, man. But he just does. Sandra's enjoying the pretzels. Mr. Lyrical says Kevin lives near me. I don't know who Kevin is, Mr. Lyrical. I have no idea who that is. Pursuer saying me. He's holding his hands up. Grace saying, does he, Mr.? Don't know. You're the chaos junkie, Pursuer. Okay. You mean Kevin the Bully? I don't know who that is. Same city, met him before. Okay, cool. Hi, Yorick. Hello. Hi, Yorick. How's it going? Yeah, I'm just doing a chilled live. It's random. The conversation's just going as it is, to be honest. Santa's saying that her brain cells are declining. Hi, Yorick, Johnny's saying. Gracie's talking to Mr. Lyrical. You mean Return Street Defence? I don't know what that is. Mr. Lyrical saying, yeah. Saying, what is your favourite quote? Wow, good question. Has anyone got a favourite quote? Let me think of one. Let me remember one. Give me a moment, Ames. I'm trying to think. I've got a saying here, though. I'm going to cheat. Okay. One of my favourite quotes, Abe, I say this a lot, though, is cruelty is how a coward cries when they're not on their own. Cruelty is how a coward cries when they're not on their own. I like that one. So true. Like when someone's really mean to someone, they're just projecting their own insecurities onto somebody else because they don't deal with it themselves. They're too cowardly to deal with their own insecurities, so they put it onto others. They blame others for their own insecurities. Cruelty is how a coward cries when they're not on their own. I love that saying. I got that from the book Shantaram. Shantaram is a fucking great book. One of the best books I've ever read. And it's a book of quotations. Such a good story. Gregory James Roberts, I think, wrote it. Definitely Gregory Roberts that wrote it. It's a really good book. You just don't want it to end. There's lots of other good quotes out there, though, guys. That's just one of them. Gracie's saying he does, question mark. In the same city, Mr. Lyrical saying. Having a little conversation there. Go for it. Abe saying, if you want to change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I love that, Abe. I'm pinning your comment, mate. That's great. Abe, that's great. Abe's, that's great, should I say. What one thing would you want to change about yourself? Deep, thought-provoking question. What's one thing you'd want to change about yourself? What's one thing that you'd like to change about yourself, Abes? Let me think. One thing that I'd like to change about myself, I think I'm kind of already there, but I'm not quite 100%, is just going for it. I think I'm already going for it, though. What's one thing you'd like to change about yourself? I suppose being less upset by what other people think. Being less upset by what other people think. I'm getting there slowly, though, with that. The Jimmy and Kevin Show channel. Hello, the Jimmy and Kevin channel. How are you? My name's Brad. Hope you're okay. Grace saying, Jimmy, hi. You're from Lancashire. I absolutely am. I absolutely am. I was born in a town called Blackburn, which is in Lancashire, of course, East Lancashire. I grew up in Darwin. I went to school in Blackburn. I worked in Blackburn a lot. I've lived in Blackburn. I've lived in Darwin. I'm now living in Chorley, all Lancashire, of course. And that's it, really. Where are you from? Jimmy and the Kevin channel. Where are you from? Tyler saying hello. Hello, Tyler. How are you? Hope you're okay. Mr. Lyrical said, yeah, but I like you, brother. You're ace, down to earth and grounded. I try to be Mr. Lyrical. Try to be grounded. Try to be mindful. Deeper thinking as best as I can. As best as I fucking can. I'm not perfect, though. No one is. Suleiman Khan. Hi, Suleiman. How are you? English from the UK. Yes, absolutely. Where are you from, Suleiman? Sandra's saying yes to Suleiman. The Jimmy and Kevin Show. He said, Kung Fu Kevin. I don't have no idea who Kung Fu Kevin is. It's great saying Kev, the Jimmy and Kevin channel. Okay, Kevin and Sam. It's great. Who's faking greatness? Question mark. Good question. Who's faking greatness? What would be an example of faking greatness? I'm thinking it, Gracie, I'm trying to think of that on a deeper level of that. Who's faking greatness? Some people do. Some people live a lie. Some people lie to themselves. You're only kidding yourself, though, if you're faking greatness. If you're truly doing that. I suppose there's nothing wrong with believing in yourself, though, and going for things. That's a different matter. So, Yorick saying, I made a nice vegan burger today with tomatoes, cucumber, lettuce, jalapeno hummus, garlic sauce, tamarind sauce, and caramelized onions. Oh my God, Yorick, that sounds amazing. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Why the vegan? Have you gone vegan, Yorick, or did you just fancy making that? Did you make it all yourself from scratch? Johnny's saying, for me, I think it will be discipline. I'd like to stick to workout, for example. Yeah, discipline, perseverance, making it into a habit. Abe saying, do you watch F1? Yes, I do. Absolutely. It'd be interesting to see who wins this year, who's got the best car because of all the regulations changes. Seamus Conroy. Hi, Seamus. How are you? I'm Irish and I live in Blackburn. Okay, I know Blackburn very well, Seamus. I do. Absolutely. How's life in Blackburn at the moment? Whereabouts in Blackburn are you from? Nice to see you on here. My name's Brad, by the way. Champion is going, yo. I don't know what you're saying there, mate. But anyway, all right, Champion. Hi, Champion. So I'm just asking the same question to you, Seamus. What part of Blackburn do you live? For sure said, by the way, Sandra, when you check the post, can you comment on it? Do you know what, Pursuer? What I'm going to do when I get the chance, once I've finished doing this live, when I've got a bit of time, I'm going to go to your channel. I'm going to comment on one of your videos as well. Okay? I'm going to do it. Seamus saying the south of Blackburn. Okay. Whereabouts in Blackburn? The south. That's not very specific, mate. Sorry. Anyway, Mr. Lyrical, my favourite quote. Okay, Mr. Lyrical, what's your favourite quote? Mr. Lyrical saying, never compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Fucking right, Mr. Lyrical. I like that. That's a good one. Never compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Comparison is the thief of joy, Mr. Lyrical. Comparison is the thief of joy in relation to what you've just fucking said. And it's bang on. Bang on. And we're all on a different journey. Some people, like, let's just go with YouTube, creating YouTube, whatever. Some people, they like that, they're straight up there, really quick. Other people are slower at it. Some people give up. Some people have, every success is different to everyone too. We're all on different paths, our own paths, let's say. And sometimes you're walking down the path and the road will open up to you kind of thing as you go along it. But don't compare yourself to others. We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, we all have different challenges. Some are born with more privilege than others, let's say. Just look at the draw, where you're born. Geographically, some people are born in more affluent places than others. Some people have richer parents or poorer parents than others. It depends on a lot of factors. Anyway, thank you for sharing, Mr. Lyrical. Well said. Abe's is saying, what car do you drive? I drive a Volkswagen Polo. It's a few years old. It's relatively new. I love cars, don't get me wrong, but all I want is something that's reliable, safe. It sounds really boring, but that's all I'm bothered about with a car. I do appreciate great cars though, of course, but I'm happy with the car I have. Before that, I had an Audi A3, but it got too old. It was just absolutely knackered. So I had to just get rid of it. I just sold it to scrap. And before that, I had a Golf, a VW Golf. But I stick with I like the German cars. Find them reliable. Anyway. Genuine guy saying, how are you doing, sir? Hope you're well and had a great weekend. I've had a nice weekend. It's been good. Nice rest. Been to the gym. Kept myself active. Been to the sauna. Done my lives, genuine guy. I'm doing all right. I hope that you're okay. How's your weekend been, genuine guy? I hope it's been all right. Welcome back, by the way. Abe's is saying, I'm rooting for Williams. What about you? Abe's, I'd love Williams to do well because if they've been so bad for so long, that's a good shout. You're rooting for Williams? You know what? I'll join you on that one. I'll root for Williams too, Abe's. I'm not that emotionally invested in it, if I'm honest. I don't mind who wins. But it's nice to see someone else win. So, yeah, I'll join you on that one. Anyway, the Jimmy and Kevin channel says, I'm from Accrington. Okay, cool. I used to work at the Globe Centre years ago. Do you know what? You'll know the Globe Centre then, the Jimmy and Kevin channel. I used to work there years ago. I used to work for My Travel on the phones. That's a long time ago, that though. It's not there anymore. The Globe Centre's still there, but that business isn't running anymore, is it? I also used to work for the Jimmy and Kevin channel. I used to work for do you remember Originals? The clothes shop. I used to work there too. Do you remember those places? If you're from Accrington, I'm assuming you've heard of at least one of them. Yorick saying, no, not gone vegan, but I have some vegan burgers, but I need to finish. Well, yeah, they need to be eaten. Pursuer's then saying, Sander, when you check my post out, you might need to comment because I'll be going to the shower in a moment. No worries, man. Jimmy and Kevin channel, do you know Ewood Park? Of course I know Ewood Park. That's in Blackburn, of course, Blackburn Rovers. Again, guess what? I used to work there too at one point. This is years ago, man. Years and years ago. Yeah, I used to work in the, what they called, the boxes. I used to work behind the bar there on the weekends, on the matches. That was when Blackburn were good. Not when they won the Premier League, but when the early 2000s, Mark Hughes was the manager. I used to work there when Mark Hughes was the manager. Early 2000s. Anyway, Johnny's then saying, I would like to see one of the new teams. I want to see one of the new teams to score, but they most likely won't go for the title. I'm an all-time Red Bull fan, but I think they're on the decline. Yeah, they appear to be on the decline, Johnny, Red Bull. Let's see how these new regulations impact the teams and what cars they produce. There's big changes in the rules and regulations in F1, basically. So it's whoever's got the best car, isn't it? The driver does have an impact, don't get me wrong, but if you've got the fastest car, you're going to win. State the obvious. Santa's going, Ewood Park, LOL. It's not amazing. Ewood Park's not amazing. Let's be real. If you're comparing it to Tottenham's ground or the big teams, it's not great. Sandra's doing a little dance for me anyway. Thanks. Guitar beginners. Hi, guitar beginners. What comes to your mind when you hear the word India? Tell honest reaction, please. Guitar beginners, what comes to my mind when I think of India? I work with Indians, guitar beginners. I work with different Indians in different places throughout my career and my working life, and I've never had a problem with any of them. They're really polite people. Obviously, I'm not naive. Every nationality will have bad people in it and good people in it and people that are in between. That's not how it goes. But the ones I've worked with have been really respectful, really polite, really hardworking and nice to be around. Warm, kind, decent people. That's what I think guitar beginners when it ask me about India. And obviously then I'll go to the food, and curries are amazing. So there you go. That's my thoughts on that. India equals Bollywood. Good answer there, Sander. I didn't think of that one. Mr. Lyrical said, my favourite curry is called a curry chicken. I've never had that. Interesting. It's got limes and pickles and spicy sour, but mild spicy. That sounds nice, Mr. Lyrical. Not too hot so it doesn't burn your mouth off. That sounds nice. I've never heard of that one. Santa said, that sounds good, Mr. Lyrical. I agree. Giving us some good ideas there. Guitar beginning saying the food, diamond. Okay, it is. Sandra's saying, I love Bollywood and Indian wedding traditions, jewelry and culture, guitar beginners, Sandra's saying. And guitar beginners saying, oh, fun. Weddings are something where we spend a lot, actually. Put a lot of time and energy into it, that there. Jimmy and Kevin Channel saying, the originals was in West End. Yes, you know. And Ozzle Twizzle. I used to work at Ozzle Twizzle. In 1999, 2000, I worked at Ozzle Twizzle Originals. And then later on, I moved to Blackburn. I worked in Blackburn Originals. I've worked at the Accrington site a couple of times. I've worked, West End. You know exactly. You're showing that you're truly from there, by the way. So you're saying the Originals was in West End on the road to Blackburn. Yes, it was. And Globe Centre was near the Tesco and Skip Park. Exactly. You've just explained it perfectly there. How's life in Accrington? Is the question. So I'm saying it looks that way, guitar beginners. It's beautiful. Absolutely. Do you mean guys saying success is yours to design and achieve? No, it won't be bloody easy. And at times it will feel impossible. Yep. It's like you get a new idea. You're fucking full of hope. You're thinking, yes, I've got this great idea. I'm going for it. And you've got your beginner's mind. You're fucking going for it. And then there's a couple of problems there. You think, this is a little bit harder than I thought. But I'm going to keep going. And then it's the valley of despair. I'm sure you've seen this or heard of this, valley of fucking despair. And then it's down, 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 down. You're at the bottom. You're thinking, oh my God, this is impossible. And this may be 6 months in. You've got this new idea. You're going for it, but you fucking hit problems. Look, what's what a lot of people do then. They give up. They give up. And then they get another new idea. And they hit the valley of despair and they hit the bottom. But it's keeping going. It's surviving the bottom. And then if you keep grafting and grafting and grafting and working and learning and fucking up, picking up the ball, you start to climb then through the valley of despair, there's a little bit of hope. Think, actually, I can do this, but it's a lot of work. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent there, genuine guy, in relation to what you said, but it's a lot of work, no matter what you're fucking doing. Life ain't easy. And if it was easy, everyone would be fucking doing it. Anyway, I'm going back to your comment, genuine guy. Success is yours to design and achieve. No, it won't be easy. And at times it will feel impossible. But remember, you've got that achievement, but you must fight for your success. No one gives it to you. I'm pinning that. That's absolutely right. No one's coming to save you a lot of the time. People might help you along the way. The government's not going to save you. If you think the government's going to look after me, you're in for a rude awakening. You're in for a fucking rude awakening. They might give you some benefits or whatever, but no one's coming to save you. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. If you want to make something of yourself, it's going to mean hard work. It's going to mean pushing through the fucking pain. Yeah, basically. Thank you for sharing, genuine guy. Anyway, Mr. Lyrical said, haha, you said Tottenham, big team. Great joke, Brad. LOL. Couldn't help it. Sorry, couldn't help it. Compared to Blackburn, they're a big team. Mr. Lyrical, Tottenham Stadium is the best stadium ever. I'm not a Tottenham fan, by the way. I know they're not a great team. They're near relegation, Mr. Lyrical. Let's be honest. They underperform, really. They're underperforming for what size of club they are. You might not agree because you're an Arsenal fan, of course. But the stadium is really... I love the stadium. I've been to the stadium. Two times I've been to the stadium, and it's a lovely stadium. I'll give them that. Sandy's saying Blackburn is such a deprived shit, although most of it is. There's a lot of places are, Sander. And it's the shadows of the former self as well. I'm not saying that the Blackburn is a shithole. It is. It's got a lot worse as well, the Jimmy and Kevin's channel. It's got a lot worse, as you know. Not just Blackburn, it's Oldham, it's Rochdale. It goes on. They're in decline, these places. They were much better in the past. Look at Originals. You used to have lots of Originals menswear, let's say, clothing shops, designer clothes shops, Stone Island, fucking Lacoste. They used to sell things like that. Designer clothes, expensive clothes, nice clothes, let's call it that. These were private businesses, and there were lots of different type of private businesses, and there's a lot less of them now. They're gone. They're gone. Anyway. Santa's saying, LOL, it's just a fact, the Jimmy and Kevin channel. Sorry. There's truth in it. There's truth in it. There's truth in it. Yeah. Santa's just having a ball or something there. Rupert Law for PM. Okay. Hi, Stinky 40. Welcome back. Can you please, if you don't mind, share why you think that? I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way, because I don't really do politics. I don't trust... It's just, obviously, don't trust what... God, it's sad, really. In an ideal world, the politicians would be truly for the people, and they'd be helping the people. That's what they're meant to be, civil servants in a way, but they're not, of course. I'm not naive. It's sad, and I don't know who to trust. I don't know who to vote for. I think voting's an illusion, really. Do you want the red poo or the blue poo? Oh, I'll go with blue poo. Blue poo look really good, Conservatives. Or I'll go with the red poo. They're going to do so much better. And it's like, no, they're fucking not. They're working for the same people. Puppets on a string. Saying it very vaguely there. What do you choose? The illusion of choice. I wish I was wrong, but that's the facts. And whoever's in power is hated every single time. And they're referred to as the worst nearly every time. It's corrupt. Illusion of choice. Anyway. British people deserve jobs. They do, Stinky Fighter. However, in my opinion, there's hardworking people that want to work, and they'll go out and work, and fucking they're the backbone of the country. Without them, the country would not run. I'm one of those people. I've always been one of those people. I've worked since I was 16. I've never not had a job. Touch wood. I'm 43, and I keep going. However, there's some people that just never have worked or ever will work. They'll never do it. They just don't. And it's generational. The grandparents never worked. The parents never worked. They never worked. The children never worked. I'm just giving an example. And they don't want to do those jobs. They feel like working at McDonald's is below them. They feel that working at Tesco is below them. There's nothing wrong with those jobs, but they don't want to do them. And what's happened is immigration was required for those jobs to be fulfilled. I'm only speaking from a certain perspective here, by the way. And that's why they've got people from other countries to do those jobs. They did it in a measured way throughout the 80s, 90s and beyond or whatever. Obviously now it's changed a bit. It's a mess at the moment. And I don't even know, I can't even get my head around it, if I'm honest. It's just what the hell's going on. But that's another conversation. I'm trying not to be too political here, by the way. British people do deserve jobs. It's harder to get jobs at the moment as well, stinky fighter. If you can elaborate your opinion more, that'd be great. I'll try and read it the best I can. Anyway, Mr. Lyrical is saying, where is your favourite place in the UK? Mine is Cleethorpes near Grimsby. I go there on holiday and to reset when I need to. I've never been to Cleethorpes, but I've heard of it. It's in the northeast, isn't it? My favourite place is York's amazing. York's amazing, in my opinion. Edinburgh's amazing. Bath's amazing. Oxford's amazing. There's a few places there. Anyway, there's many other places. Another great place, in my opinion, is Shakespeare Country, isn't it? What's it called? Oh, I forgot the name of the place. It's where Shakespeare was born and lived. Oh, I forgot the name. Sorry. It'll come back to me. A lost Scotsman. All politicians are rats. A lot of truth to that. Unfortunately, yeah. It's hard to argue against it. I wish it was better. I wish it was different. Wishing's not going to get me anywhere, though, is it? Anyway, Stinky Fight saying they work hard because they pay $2 and less an hour. Who are? Abe's is saying, how do you deal with negative thoughts and overthinking? I like Abe's. You're bringing up some sense here. I'm going to pin that comment. That's a question to anyone else as well. Abe's is asking a really good thought-provoking question. Again, Abe's, you're bringing a lot of... thank you for sharing this, by the way. How do you deal with negative thoughts and overthinking? Good question. I suppose how you're going to deal with the negative thoughts. It's okay to have negative thoughts sometimes and process them. Sometimes these negative thoughts are unconscious, and some people just aren't even aware of them, and they're just constantly in this negative loop and they're not aware of it. And if you're at that point, you're not aware of your own thoughts, it's going to run away with you, aren't they? It's going to keep going and going and going. Hence, depression can occur. I suppose what's going to help slow that down, negative thoughts and overthinking, is getting out in nature a little bit, reading books, psychology, being aware of your thoughts. Process, and once you be aware of your thoughts, thinking, I'm thinking in a certain way. Why am I thinking that way? Why am I thinking this? Why am I thinking that? Analyzing it a little bit, stopping yourself, going, why am I thinking like that? Why am I thinking like this? Could I flip this? So I'm being negative, I'm moaning, I'm complaining. There's nothing wrong with complaining. We all do it. We have a vent. It's fucking all right. It's fine. Normal. But if you're doing it continuously, you're not going to have a happy life. Some people are an endless negative loop and it doesn't fucking stop, and it's putting the brakes on it, and it's just being aware of it and thinking, actually, I'm overthinking here. And sometimes it's share your problems with somebody else that you trust. Problem shared is a problem half sometimes. Someone who's actually genuinely gives a shit. Someone who's going to listen to you and give you a bit of time of the day, and then get their feedback if they're wise, if you're lucky to have that person. And then try and flip it. Look at the positives. Start to appreciate more, Abes. How I would stop the negative thoughts. What do I appreciate? I appreciate the fact that I can still walk. I appreciate the fact that I'm healthy. I appreciate the fact that I'm still relatively young. I appreciate the fact that I've got a roof over my head. I appreciate the fact that my fucking cupboard is full of food. Successful, really. I've got enough to eat. I've got a roof over my head. I've got clothes on my back, and I'm warm. It's raining outside, and I've got shelter. And if you appreciate those things and you remind yourself of those things, sometimes it means you're writing them down, then that's going to help slow down those negative thoughts. Overthinking. It's catching yourself going, I've actually been thinking about the same thing over and over and over again. Sometimes you've got to accept things as they are. What can I control? I can't control what that person thinks. I can't control what that person thinks, and I can't control what that other person thinks. They might all think I'm a dick. They might all think I'm a bellend. They might not all like me. I can't control that. It's being aware of the fact that you can't, accepting the fact that you can't control things. Some things. I can only control my own thoughts and my own feelings. That can help you with overthinking a little bit. There's many other ways. But anyway, I hope I've answered that. It's a very thought-provoking question. Thank you for asking. Stinky 40 saying, I appreciate your view. No worries, Stinky 40. I appreciate you being here and sharing your perspective. David Heenan, do you remember me, mate? I do, David. Welcome back. Hope you're okay. Good of you to join us. Tanner, hi, Tanner. Welcome back, Tanner. How's life been in Turkey, isn't it? How's work been as well? Hope you're okay. Welcome back. Zuki, evening, everyone. Sending love and respect. Yeah, Zuki, I've just gone again. I felt like doing it, so I'm doing it. Yeah, for right or for wrong. I'm doing the live. I'm just reading the comments though. No scripts, nothing, just going with the flow. Stratford upon Avon, thank you, Sandra. Stratford upon Avon is where Shakespeare's from. You might already know this, some of you, but if you've never been, it's a nice little town. Nice place to visit in England. Stinky 40 saying, I've experienced the same thing in New Zealand with Pacific Islanders and Chinese people. Taking the jobs, taking the work. I think, though, in my opinion, I've never not had a job, and touch wood, I've never been out of work. Never. I've never had a week. I've never not had a job. I've never been a full week without work. That's just me. I know everyone's different. Doesn't mean you have to be the same as myself. And I've always just had that strong work ethic. I'm probably a very good slave, let's be honest. Let's be honest. But I've always been a really hard-working person. And I've never not had a job. I've never struggled to find work either. I've always found a way. I know that could change at any time. So I do appreciate that because everyone's circumstances are different. I know it's harder at the moment in England to find work. I don't know about elsewhere. But it's harder than it used to be currently. Genuine saying Warwick. I've never been to Warwick. What's that like? Zuki saying, not from me. I'm in East Lincolnshire. Stinky 40 saying Kiwi kids, meaning kids from New Zealand, are becoming impoverished. That means non-English people. They means non-English people, okay. Andy, welcome back. Guru, is that you? Where are the minions? Andy, the minions are just chilling. They're chilling. Pops is saying, I farted yesterday and followed through whilst queue at Starbucks. Well, let's be honest though, Pops. If you drink coffee, it can be like a laxative. Stinky 40 says, since we're talking about England, you were employed during 9/11. I was in primary. Yeah, I was employed that was in 2001. I was working then. Yes, I was working that day actually. When that happened, I was in primary. Primary school. Stinky 40, I'm guessing here. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Leo's saying, what do you think of the Malvinas, Falklands? I know there's a Falklands War in 1982, Argentina and England. I know that England won that war. What's right, what's wrong, I don't know. That's all I know about that. What do you think about that? Is a question. Koala says, hi Koala. How are you? My name's Brad. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate you all. Mr. Lyrical is saying the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique is good for anxiety. Counting down. Yes, that's a good one. I think breathing through that as well can help. There's a lot of other methods there. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Lyrical. Stinky 40 saying you can be a good person and not be scared of being perceived a racist. You can be a good person and not be scared of being... Yeah, you can be. Tanya saying, I know I can't control everything, but I hope for the best. Yes. Absolutely, Tanner. Stinky saying, my cupboard doesn't and I don't have a house. You don't have a house. Where do you live, Stinky Farter? Are you British? Liar Osmond. I am English, yes. Andy Moore saying he's not British, Chinese. Of course I'm Chinese. Watcher of Wrongs. The Watcher of Wrongs. Hi, Watcher of Wrongs. You sound like an ex-homeless drug user, abuser. Well, do you know what, Watcher of Wrongs? I've never been homeless, but I have been a drug user in my 20s. A long time ago. Not now. If I'm honest. It taught me a lot. I've come from a very dark place, believe it or not. Andy's saying he's not homeless, he's in charge of the minions. What she said, in charge of minions, you on drugs, LOL. Yeah, give me some, please. David's saying, how have you been, mate? I've been all right. Keep going. Don't listen to people saying rude stuff. I don't, David. Water for ducks back. Or weird things. They just have nothing to do in life, but you are helping people. Thanks, David. I try to help people the best I can. I do get trolls on here, but they're part of life. They're part of life. To me, they're really easy to deal with. Really doesn't bother me whatsoever. But thanks, David. I'm glad to hear that. I'm trying to help people the best I can. That's my intention. But thank you, David. I appreciate that. Andy, I'm going to ignore you now. Stinky Farter says, I'm 28, you're 43. Wow, you're much younger than me. Stinky Farter. Yes, I'm 43. Good for you. Enjoy being the age you are, mate. Make the best of it. I'm doing the best I can. Abe's saying, if you overthink the worst you can, overthink the best. Love that. Basically, you'll attract that as well. Overthink about good things. Anticipate positivity more. Anticipate negativity less. Really simple thing, isn't it? I'll say it again. Anticipate positivity more, Abes, in relation to what you're saying. So I'll start again. Abe, I'll get the words out. Anticipate positivity more. Imagine yourself doing well. Think you've already got it. Think abundantly. Anticipate negativity less. It's really simple, but it's not always easy to follow through with that. It's good to remember, though. Anyway, thank you, Abes, for your wisdom and sharing all your perspectives. Brene, I'm back, mate. Welcome back, Brene. Stinky Farter saying you were around in the 80s. Yes, I was born in 1982. Everyone was looked after back then. Do you know what? Life was probably better. 80s, 90s. Stinky Farter, yes. I'm being nostalgic a little bit there. But yeah, it was better. It was better, in my opinion. People had more money. People had more money then. The average person had more money. So, better times. People have less now than they did then. And I think that trajectory that's been declining since the 80s, but didn't get truly felt until like after 2008. That's when it truly dipped. And it's been on the downward trajectory with regards to that, with people being less looked after. And I think it's going to continue. And I think that we need to be strong through the times that are coming. There's going to be challenges ahead. I hope I'm wrong, guys, but I think it's going to get harder. And I don't mean to be negative, but I think that's going to happen, but he's going to make the best of it. Anyway, Genuine Guy is saying, I hope I'm wrong. Genuine Guy saying, by first understanding why you have negative thoughts, break the thought down. Why can I not change it? You can't, but you can close the door on it. Refocus the positive thoughts on yourself. You can. Genuine Guy, thank you for answering that. It's really good, well thought out answer to that question. You've got to first understand why you're having the negative thoughts. Why am I thinking negatively? Why am I pissed off with this? Is it justified? Do I need to let it go? I've been thinking this person's been an arsehole over there, right? They've been an absolute fucking arsehole. They've been really rude to you. They've been bang out of order. Most people would agree with you 100% all the way that other person has been rude to you. But it's been and gone. That person's had a good night's sleep. They don't give a fuck about what they've done to you. They've just carried on with their lives and they don't care. They're not a nice person. That's the way they are. That's the way it is. It's not fair. It's unjustified. And you're absolutely correct in being angry and upset. And it's okay to vent. It's okay to be upset. But it's been and gone. But you're just replaying it in your head over and over again with negative thoughts, overthinking negatively. There's a point where you've got to go, I'm going to let that go. Just for your own sense of self. You can't change what's already happened. It's gone. It's been and gone. It's the past. It's accepting things as they are, things that you can't change, helps you to move on, helps you to feel better for yourself. But you can't close the door on it, like Genuine Guy said. And then refocus on the positives going forwards. Stinky 40 saying it's such a piss take when children never had a chance. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes people at Stinky 40 have got a really shit start in life, a really hard start in life. And just for them to function normally in society is a massive success for them if they can achieve that. It can be very difficult. Stinky 40 saying your bun. I don't know what your bun means, man. Stinky 40 saying it's like talking to a lobotomy patient. Misrepresenting me. What do you mean, Stinky 40? Yes, school. Okay. Trying to say overthinking kills. Moderation saves lives. Overthinking kills. Moderation saves lives. Especially if you're working as a surgeon or like you are, Tanner. You're working in for the NHS or whatever. Moderation saves lives. Consistency with the moderation too. Stinky 40 saying you're comparing the job state to when you were around in the 90s and soldered to an entry-level worker in 2019. It's apples and pears, right offensive to someone who's tried and worked hard their whole life. Hopefully think on that one. What do you mean, Stinky 40? What road are we going down here? What road are we going down here? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll keep the respect up. Obviously, if it's mutual, we'll move forwards. You're comparing the job state to when you were around in the 90s. I'm comparing the job state to when we were around. I don't know what you mean by that. Elaborate. And soldered to an entry-level worker in 2019. I don't know what you mean by that. No idea what you mean by that. It's apples and pears, downright offensive to someone who's tried and worked hard their whole life. I don't know what you mean. Think on what? What do I need to think on? Hopefully think on that one. I don't know what to think on that one, Stinky 40. I don't know what line of thought you've gone down. You need to elaborate a bit more clearly, please, if you can, so I can understand what you're on about. Tanner's saying, greetings from Istanbul. Today I was on a roll. What have you done? What have you achieved today, Tanner? Interesting. Genuine Guy says, I was in that war, in the Falklands War, serving in 42 Commando. I served a total of 24 years. Yeah, I remember you saying. What was that like, Genuine Guy? Wow. What was that like? 40, wow. Interesting, man. Stinky 40 saying, love on Keho's couch. I don't know what that means, Stinky 40. Sorry. Mr. Lyricals, I'm off. Peace out. Stay cool. Mr. Lyrical, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Peace out back to you, man. It's all good. Stinky 40 saying we went from, imagine all the people, yeah, to living in a material world. Yes, it's a material world. We live in capitalism. I don't know what other system's better than that. There's communism. Didn't quite work out, that one. There's socialism. Socialism, what's socialism? It's like you've got Tanner, who's a surgeon, who's had to go to university for years to become a surgeon, for example. And he's worked really hard to achieve that. He does a really highly stressful, responsible job as a surgeon, for instance. And I'm a cleaner, for example. But me and Tanner, for example, just an example. Sorry, Tanner, I'm using an example. I'm a cleaner. Tanner's a surgeon. Big difference in responsibility. Cleaner's important, don't get me wrong. Without cleaners, everything would be dirty. They do a good, valuable job. They're underappreciated sometimes, but it's important, don't get me wrong. I'm only doing 10 hours a week. Tanner's doing 60 hours a week, but we're on similar money. That's socialism. He's a surgeon, I'm a cleaner. He does 60 hours, I do 10 hours. but we're not far different on wage. That means, socialism means, why should you even become a surgeon if you're not really going to get paid fairly for it? That's socialism in a nutshell. Doesn't quite work out. Is Labour trying to be more socialistic, let's say? I think they kind of are. Right. Anyway, that's another conversation. Sorry. But anyway, there you go. So capitalism is the best system that we know of. I hope there's a better one in the future, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, Stinky Forty said, I can't make the best of it. Your generation cooked us, that's my point. My generation cooked us. Why? Why did I don't think they did. My generation, millennials then. My generation would be a millennial. How would that cook? How would that cook everyone else? How would they know at the time? I don't agree. How did they cook us? Cook you. I must have cooked myself then. The average person is just working. They're not doing politics. They're not playing politics. They're just living their lives the best they can at that time with the information that they have. The average person is not trying to take over the world. They're just trying to put food on the table, put a roof over the head, and making the best of it. Anyway, Billy's saying, I heard you mention you worked in the Originals. My brother used to work there back in the day. Billy, who's your brother? Who's your brother? I used to work there too. I worked there for 3.5 years. Interesting, Billy. You don't have to say his name, by the way. My name's Brad, by the way, Billy. You might already know that. My 35 IQ Maori mate gets employed over me. It's not meritocracy. I know it was. You had it easy. I didn't have it easy, Stinky Forty. I grew up in a working class background. I grew up in a town called Darwin. I grew up with fuck all. Literally fuck all. I grew up not in the best environments, mate. I really didn't. I didn't have it terribly. I had food on the table and whatever else. When I got to 16, I felt like I had to work. I think I didn't have any money, man. So I worked and I worked hard. So I didn't have it easy. Not at all. And I didn't ruin it for anyone's future, personally. I've worked my ass off. And that's that. You finished your cheese drink, Renee? Nice. You're already saying what you're on about, Stinky Forty. Genuine, okay? Abe saying, since you're a nurse, can you tell us about the craziest hospital experience as a nurse? Wow, good question. I've got a crazy one. I was a student nurse. I was laying in my bed in the morning. It was a Monday. I had a dream. I closed my eyes and I could see me doing the resuscitations on somebody. I could see it in black and white playing. And that week, 2 people passed away that I saw while I was on the ward. And they both died of heart attacks. That's my crazy story. A little crazy story. Yeah. And I've never seen it ever since. I hope I don't have that dream again. But it was like a premonition. Honestly. That's a little crazy story for you. I've seen some mad stuff though. I've seen legs amputated. Like a big, imagine a big bin and I've been scrubbed up and they've just basically chopped the whole leg off and then just put it in a bin. Yeah, that's crazy in a way. I've seen people who have been self-harming and they've put like loads of like plastic bits into their body as well. And it's been like a plastic surgery operation and we've had to get all the bits, the surgeon, let's say, not me, I've just been helping the surgeon. The surgeons had to get all the bits out of the forearms just loads of self-harm marks. I once seen an x-ray of a sword, honest to God. I was working at A&E at Preston. I was a healthcare assistant that day. I wasn't a nurse that day. I was a healthcare assistant. I was still a student nurse, but I was earning some money on the ward. And the sword, an x-ray of a sword with a handle at the top that had gone through the side down somebody's body. Absolutely crazy. There's a few crazy stories there for you. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that's a good enough story. Vinduli, shut up, bruv. Vinduli, just flick your phone. Look at something else if you don't like listening to what I've got to say. Jerry Guy saying, yes, Stinky. It's facts. I meant, 1 minute. It's facts. 1 moment. I meant genuinely what I said is wrong. Okay. Bald guy. Yes, I've got a bald head. Not wrong. Okay. Avracadabra. The new era. It's not about the start. Not sure what he's on about. Stinky 40. Let's see where we go. On average, I started 10 times harder, Stinky 40 saying. I'm going to read the comments. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt a little bit, Stinky 40. Yes, life's harder now than it was then. Yes, it is. Harder to buy a house. The boomers had it best, baby boomers, which were born around 1960-ish. And they were born at the perfect time to be able to buy property. They were. It's much harder now than it was then. I don't blame them, though, for living in that time and being born in that time. They didn't ruin it for me personally. They just lived their lives the best they could at the time. I don't blame anyone. He was born as middle class as an adult. I was born middle class as an adult. I was lower class. What do you mean? What do I do? I don't know where you're going. Read the content of the sentence. Stinky 40. Started out well. Stop blaming the previous generation. Take responsibility for your own actions. Take responsibility for your own life. Absolutely, Yorick. You're the architect of your own demise or your own future. We're responsible for our own lives. You've got to make the best of what's around you. You've got to adapt the best you can. The world owes you fucking nothing. You've got to go out and get it yourself. Is it easy? Fucking no, it's not fucking easy. Is it guaranteed? Are you guaranteed to be successful? Are you fuck? It's a cruel, hard world out there. Always has been, always will be. And you've got to be strong and weather the storm. But the world owes you fucking nothing. If you think it does, I'll guarantee you'll get disappointment. I don't blame anyone else for my circumstances. I blame myself for where I am now. I'm in a good place, but I've worked hard for it. I've not took anything off anyone else. Don't blame anyone else for my own life. You know what I mean? It's like blaming someone else for my bald head. Blaming you for me being bald. That wouldn't be fair, would it? It's just, it is what it is. And make the best of what you've got. And then you're trying to blame me for not making sense. Stinky 40, you've gone down the troll road, lad. You really have. Look within. The answers are within. Anyway, how was your day, mate? Yaya. I hope I'm saying your name right, Yaya. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Been a good day. Making the best of it. Thank you. How's your day? Stinky 40 saying actual idiot. Well, who's the idiot? Is it me? I beg to differ. Suzuki saying he's only asking to elaborate, Stinky 40. Absolutely. Please avoid venting your generational frustration on Brad. And you're venting your generational frustration on me. What's that going to achieve? Am I the reason that your life where it's at? Am I the reason the world is what it is? No, I'm a little small person in a small little town in Lancashire, living my little life. I'm not taking over the fucking world. I'm not a politician. I can't do fuck all, really. I can't speak to Keir Starmer and go, stop being a knobhead, and he's going to listen to me. I can't speak to Vladimir Putin and tell him to stop bombing people. I can't do shit, mate. I can't do fuck all. I can't do any of those political. I can't solve the world. I'm not the reason why these generations struggling. I'm not that person. I'm just a worker bee that's worked his ass off. I'm basically a glorified slave. Let's be real. I don't fucking hell. I'm doing my YouTube channel in my own way, I've got about 370 subscribers, which is fuck all on the grand scheme of things. I do this for free. I ain't solving shit, and I'm not part of your generational frustration. Sorry about that, but I'm not. If I could solve the world and solve all the world issues, that'd be great, but that's not going to happen. Stinky 40 saying you've ruined our lives. You're ruining your own life, Stinky 40, with your attitude. You're hurting yourself. Anyway, what did you miss? You missed someone who thinks the world owes them something. Your writing's millennial and he's 32. What? You're 43. Yes, I am. Wake up. I am awake. I am aware. I am high vibrational. I am awake. I am aware. I am open-minded. I can see clearly. And it's a really good place to be. I don't have all the answers though. And I still suffer. Brene, so my messages get deleted, Brene. I don't know. I can't see that your messages should be deleted, Brene. You've been really respectful on here. I'm sorry if they have. If it has been done, Brene, it would have been by accident. Stinky 40 is going on a rant. Exactly, sheep idiots. Okay. You wasn't doing anything wrong, Brene. I agree. Sorry if that's occurred. It wasn't on purpose, Brene. Stinky 40 saying shit on the carpet and then give it to your kids. Very self-entitled. The world owes you something then, Stinky 40. Enjoy the disappointment. It's coming. You're going to get more of it if you carry on with the way you are. Anyway, Billy saying he's called Joe. Joe, I can't remember, Billy. Might have been before my time or after my time there, Billy. I can't remember anyone called Joe. Sorry, Billy, I can't remember anyone called Joe that worked at Originals. Jarek saying, Stinky 40, look into the mirror before blaming another generation. Yeah. Where are you at in your life? Are you in a good place? You're in a bad place. Do you have what you want? Or do you feel like you've not got enough? Do you feel like the world owes you something? The world doesn't owe you anything. Anyway. Graham Marsden. Is there any muckle misers around? What's a muckle miser? I think you've asked this question before, mate. I don't even know what one is. I used to work at the one in Burnley and Accrington. I didn't really work in them often, Billy, if I'm honest. I worked at Blackburn a lot. I worked at Oswald Twizzle quite a lot. I worked at Bolton once or twice, Preston once or twice, but mainly Blackburn it was most of the time. I don't remember Joe, I'm sorry, Billy. But thanks for sharing. Yorick, why my messages get deleted, Brene's asking. Crown and Thistle in Darwin. Yes, the pub in Darwin, Billy, that you're mentioning. Blame yourself for years, Stinky 40 was very depressed. Have you ever thought of becoming a muckle miser? Don't know what one is, mate. So I never thought about it before, Graham, until you brought it up. You grew up to realise I was never the problem. Okay, then, Stinky 40. It's the generations before your problem. Even if it is, imagine this, even if the last generation have effed it up for everybody and you're in a situation that you're in, even if you're right, even if you're correct, it's not going to change anything. Even if you're right. It's not going to change anything even if you're right, is it? What you can do is just do the best you can going forwards. Adapt. Evolve. Work hard. Work smartly. You can't take Stinky 40. Yeah, the name is not a serious name, is it? Generational trauma's coming out there, Yorick. Well, whatever. Sanders saying that the name reeks of stupidity. Yeah. Stig 40, he started off respectfully and then has gone down that road. Of course. Yorick, unlike you, Yorick saying nope. Unlike you, I take responsibility for my actions. Don't blame a previous generation. No. It's just dumb. Is that not literally what you were doing? We're going down this stupid road. Should they stay or should they go? I've given them too much airtime here. Not all people in the same generational bracket have the same ideas or thoughts. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's stereotyping a generation, isn't it? My generation's better than your generation. That kind of thinking. Oh, is it? Really? Why? They're just different. Gone. Yorick saying he needs to cool off. Yeah, time out. Sit on forms. Brené's saying, how do you stay calm? I need to try and work on my patience. Like if someone's proper pissing you off, try and start a fight, how do you ignore them? Brené, on here, I find it fucking really easy. Brené, on here, it's just someone writing a message. And I usually think, if someone's trolling me on, Brené, you've been really respectful. Amazing. Thank you, by the way. Thanks for joining. We're lucky to have you on here. You sound so good, by the way, Brené, just to clarify with you there. When I've got trolls on here, to me, it's fucking so easy, man. Because I know that they're not a strong person. I know that they're weak. I know that they're insecure. I know that they're frustrated. And then they're taking it out on here. I think it's just stupid as hell. And I just think it's low value. It doesn't bother me at all. But I'll try and answer the question. How do you stay calm? It's not always, it's harder in real life, Brené, in my opinion. In real life, it's more difficult, especially if you're at work. If I'm out and about in the street and somebody's rude, you can tell them to F off, can't you? Easily. How do I do it? Let me think. I need to try and work on your patience. Like if someone's proper pissing you off and trying to start a fight, how do you ignore them? If someone's trying to start a fight, how do you ignore them? You control your breathing and don't react straight away, Brené. Because if you have a knee-jerk reaction, it's probably not going to be the best response. So I think not having a knee-jerk reaction, letting them have letting them have you, basically, to begin with. Someone's going to be really rude to you. Don't expect it. Let them have it. Let them have it. You might think that's being weak, but it's not. And then just ignore it to begin with. And if they go away, you never see them again, you're winning. If the same person comes at you again with the same bullshit, you might be saying a different sentence. They're coming at you rude again. Right, there's a pattern here. I've got it. They've got me twice now. If this person's been fucking and bang out of order, been rude to me twice, again, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything, but then I'm thinking there's a pattern. I'm waiting for the third time, and the third time I've got my response and I'm ready to go. I thought it through logically. I'm ready to go. And most of the time, they don't come back third time because my energy's changed. I'm not being so kind now. I'm not being so warm now. And your presence alone without speaking anything, they'll pick up on that most of the time, but they won't say shit the third time. And if they do, you've got your response, but you try and keep it calm. You try and keep your power. Because if you're having a disagreement with someone and you get angry, you've lost the argument. You've lost the argument. You've lost your composure. And it's practicing that. Sometimes it's breathing. Sometimes it's reading, learning about people, learning about narcissistic people, Brené, educating yourself. Knowledge is power. And if you know about toxic people, toxic personalities, and learn why they behave and how they behave, and then learn about the responses that you can use, you've got them in the back pocket ready to use. And the worst thing that can happen, if someone gives you shit, they're really rude to you, and then you're rude back to them and you get into a fight, it's bad. A lot of bad outcomes can happen in a fight. Sometimes you do need to fight, don't get me wrong. If you're in a corner, it's you or them, you're going to fight. But it's best to avoid those things if you can. Anyway, I hope that's a good answer, Brené. There you go. Sandra saying, what are you actual fixing yourself thinking for? Probably nothing. Genuine question. Your behaviour is embarrassing for a start. Yeah, not going anywhere. That's just a troll that appeared nice to begin with and then went down that road. Great question, Brene. Absolutely. Do you know what? Has anyone got any? I'm going to pin that comment from Brene. Has anyone got any other answers to that? 40 guy was repetitive and had zero arguments. Yeah. Just dumb. Brene saying, Sandra, I tried putting the same question like 3 times and it got deleted all times. Brene, it's not anyone deleting it. I've been finding that recently on YouTube. It must be a glitch or something. It's happening on other people's lives as well, Brene. Some of the comments aren't coming through. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know what to do about that. I might need to look into it. It's not that anyone's deleting your messages because you've been respectful throughout. But I'm literally reading. I'm going through this methodically as I can. I'm just reading the comments as they go, basically. So I think there's a glitch with the YouTube. I think I need to look into it. You're saying he's blaming previous generation, yeah, as a name like Stinky Forter, which says a lot about him. He's clearly childish, yeah. Stinky Forter as a name, he just says it all, doesn't it? Duke saying yes, and he brought up an MP who wants to abolish international human rights agreements. I didn't know that. And repealing or rewriting all of UK's major human rights legislation, not what Britain needs right now. I didn't know that, Zuki. I wasn't aware of that. Brene saying, by the way, hi Sander again. Okay, cool. Abe saying, bye guys, take care. See you again. See you again, Abe. Thank you for your thought-provoking questions. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for being here again. Enjoy. Hope you have a good week next week. And enjoy the rest of your evening. So Brene saying, see you, Abe. Have a great day. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed, by the way. I appreciate you all. Saying that out loud, of course. Sandra says bye to Abe. Sandra says hi to Brene. Sandra's glad that Stinky Fort is gone. He probably got too much airtime, if I'm honest, Sandra. I allowed that. I apologise. I probably missed a couple of things he was doing. He warmed up a little bit, and then he just went down a silly little troll road. Anyway, there's different types of trolls, basically. They have different approaches. And he was, yeah, whatever. Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror, said it best. I'm standing with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Take responsibility for your own generational problems. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh. Cornel McCartan vomited over my screen. Oh, God. Table, here they come. There's more. Baldy. Okay, it's okay. Leave them there. Good observational skills there. What's up? Brene saying, haha, he was a fucking stinker. Sandra saying, Canal. Table 10. Haha, what's up? Hi, Table 10. How are you? You're live again. Yeah, hi, Snow Squirrel. I just felt like doing it again, so I've gone with it again. Have you got any tips on dealing with mourning by change? What? Sorry? Have you got any tips on dealing with mourning by change? What do you mean mourning things that have changed? Can you elaborate? Snow Squirrel, I'm really sorry. Can you elaborate a little bit more, please, so I can understand what you're saying? Mourning by change. What do you mean by mourning things that have gone? Mourning things that have changed. You mean that? I'm sorry if I've misinterpreted. Or are you talking about lost, Snow Squirrel? Lorik's asking. Brene saying majestic head, so wise, so majestic. Oh, give me your wisdom, Brene saying. Oh, thank you, Brene. Sandra's asking, Brene's asking if Sandra's still there. Old Sky, New World, mass deportations. I don't think that's going to happen. Brene's saying, yeah, of course, mate. Oh, Snow Squirrel, lost a very important person this Saturday. What a weekend. I'm really, really sorry, Snow Squirrel. I'm really sorry for your loss. It's beyond words difficult. Beyond words difficult. And if it's just happened this Saturday, then it's so fresh. It's so fresh. Mourning somebody. I think the grieving process takes time. I think there's ups and downs. I think it's beyond words difficult, depending on the emotional connection you have to that person or thing or whatever it is. I don't know. That I'm assuming person. I could be wrong though. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Snow Squirrel. Oh, important person. You've said that. I'm sorry. You said person. Oh, fuck. It's appreciating the fact that you know them, that you knew them, remembering a celebration of life, celebrating the fact that you knew them, that you were lucky to have them in your life when you did. It's hard though. It's okay to grieve and be upset. I suppose it's acknowledging that they're gone and accepting that they're gone, but you might not be ready for that yet. And that's okay. If it's just this Saturday, it's so fresh, Snow Squirrel. That is so fresh. So I think that it's giving yourself time. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to cry, because crying is a release of emotion. That's absolutely fine. God. I'm trying to think. It's not easy. I'm doing my best here. Time is the greatest healer, as they say. But I think the grieving process, pain, never fully goes away all the time. There'll always be remembering them, and it's sad. It's sadly a part of life. It's the end of life, but it's part of life. I suppose it's just appreciating the fact that you had the privilege of being around them and knowing them, having them in your life. I hope that answers some of what you're saying, but I think it's going to take time. It's allowing yourself time. It's going to take time, and that's okay. And it's taking each day as it comes throughout that emotional roller coaster that you're probably going on at the moment. Anyway. Abe's is saying, Brene, do you also post on YouTube? I don't know. That one, Abe. Brene saying, fucking brilliant answer, mate. Oh, cheers. No worries, Brene. I help the best I can. I don't have all the... There's more to it than just what I've said, though. I'm aware of that. Duck saying, I can't text on my phone, but can on my phone. Can't text on my TV, but can on my phone, question mark. I don't know about that, mate. Renee saying, Abes, yeah, my brother does sometimes, and so do I, but we haven't in ages. I've only got like 105 or so subscribers. Renee, it takes a lot of work, the whole YouTuber thing. It fucking takes a lot. It's not easy. It's not an easy game. Someone's asking where's Timmy. Timmy, he's not with me at the moment. I'm sorry. It's Brene saying, Sandy, you're back. Sending a smile. Yorick saying a good response there. Snow Squirrel, time will heal. Take time to grieve and go for long walks, and talking with close friends and family helps. Yeah. And talking about what you remember about them, the good times. Remember when they made you laugh. Remember that thing they did, all the positive things that they did, all the great things that they did. Sharing that, bonding through those memories together can really help. Fucking hell, it's difficult though, man. Let's be real. I'm just going to pin that comment that Snow Squirrel said that before to see if anyone else has got any answers to it. Snow Squirrel, we're all here for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Yorick, for saying that. When we'll be live again, I'll definitely be live on Sunday. That's next week. And then I'm going to try to be live during the week next week. But I work at the hospital. So I'll go live when I've got the energy and the time. I'd love to be more structured, but my shift patterns, I'm just trying to work around my shift pattern and my energy levels the best I can. But definitely live on Sunday. Check out my chat. Click the notification button, and then you will. So obviously subscribe. Click the notification button. That'll then inform you when I'm next live. Tonight I've just done it randomly. Jimmy Jew. Oh, welcome back, Jimmy Jew. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're well. Evening, Brad. Evening back to you. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jimmy Jew. Sandra's saying like and subscribe, guys. Thank you to anyone that's likes and subscribed. I appreciate you all. Sandra says hi to Dreamy Jew. Brene says hello to Dreamy Jew too. Dreamy Jew says hi, Sandra. Hi, Brene. Sandra saying, how are you, Dreamy Jew? Bailey Wright is saying, say 6, 7, 10 times for like and subscribe. I really want to smile. You want me to say 67 10 times? I'm not going to do that, Bailey. I'm not going to do that. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't, don't. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe anyone anything. You owe it to yourself to live your best life and make your own choices. Jamie Jew said, not bad at all yourself. I'm okay today. My energy's not been perfect, if I'm honest, but I'm doing the best I can, Jamie Jew. I'm present in this moment. I'm going with the flow. I feel calm. I'm reflective at the moment. Joshua Dennis is saying, scrolling onto that shiny dome's like a flashbang. Yeah, I've got a bald head, mate. And what? Joshua Dennis, you should love yourself more. Maybe work on yourself more. Anyway, Santa saying I'm good, thank you. Just chilling, just relaxing. Jimmy Jew says that good to hear. Brene saying respectfully. Santa says hi. Damaged Healer. Hi, Damaged Healer. Welcome back. I've not seen you for a while. Hope you're doing all right. Twice this week, I've came close to giving up. I just feel like I'm getting tired, man. I feel you. I feel it. I get you. Why have you felt close to giving up, Damaged Healer? I know it's tiring. I know it's hard. I know it's not fucking easy. It's beyond words sometimes. What is there anything specifically that you're struggling with, Damaged Healer? Why do you feel like giving up? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But we're here for you the best we can. I'm going to pin your comment there. I'm going to pin your comment with the community here. Hi, Damaged Healer, Sandra saying, sending love and respect. Janet Marshall. Hi, Janet. My name's Brad, by the way. I'll read your comment. I love Jimmy Coy, by the way. I think he's really fucking funny, but also wise on the sly. Anyway, Jimmy Coy says it best, you die twice. The second time is when people stop saying your name and telling your story. Don't stop telling the deceased story. Oh, wow, Janet. That's a really good one. Thank you for sharing that. Don't stop telling their story about the person that you've loved that's in your life that's passed away. Yeah. Keep telling their story. Remember them. Remember them. Remember them. The good, well, no one's perfect either, let's be real. But remember them the best you can. That's beautiful, Janet. Thank you for that, Sandra saying. I agree. Darius Taylor said, hey, Sandra, I have not seen you in the chat for so long. Yorik's heard that quote too. I've heard that quote too, Janet. Thanks for reminding us, though. Janet's sending some love and respect. Sending love and respect back to you, Janet. And that's what my channel's about, basically, in a nutshell. Anyway, Darius Taylor, haven't seen you for ages either. How are you? Please don't give up. Please don't give up. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you feel like you can't be asked. Get tired. I get it. Sometimes you think, what's the fucking point? Why am I even bothering? Does it really matter? Yeah, it does. Fucking don't give up. People care about you more than you know as well. But we forget these things. We all do. Well, I do anyway. I can't speak for anyone else, but there you go. Sandra saying, sending love and respect to Janet. Snow Squirrel saying, thanks and thank you, Yorick. I like hiking, so I'll go hiking this week. Perfect. And I will always remember her. It was a very caring and good person all her life, loved by many people. That, Snow Squirrel, is a successful life. Being a genuinely kind, caring, good person all your life, being consistent with it. That's spreading light, isn't it? Having that light, having that presence, loved by many people, respected by many people, Snow Squirrel. What a success. That's a successful person. Some people make it as a CEO. I'm not saying all CEOs are bad because I don't know any CEOs, but I'm just giving an example. You make it to a CEO, they climb to the top, they reach the pinnacle of their career, but they shit on everyone all the way up. They're not nice, they're brutal, they're ruthless, but they're successful in the corporate world, for instance. Just an example. They're not nice to people. They're rude, they're nasty. They stab people in the back. That's a failure as a person, in my opinion. It doesn't matter what your job is. You could be a CEO, you could be a surgeon, you could be whatever. But if you're not a kind, good person, you failed. So that person's been a massive success, snow squirrel, in my opinion. Going off what you've been talking about. Lully says hi. Hi, Lully. Sanders sending love and respect to Snow Squirrel. I'm sorry about your loss, Snow Squirrel. I know it's not easy. Damage Taylor saying, I'm all right, just hanging on, to be honest. Never speak about personal things, to be honest. That's absolute Damage Taylor, no worries. Sorry I didn't mean to intrude. And you don't have, I didn't mean to pressure you to say personal things. And absolutely, I respect that. Just hanging on, to be honest. Is there anything that you can do that's going to make that better? Is there anything that you can work towards or put in place to look for? Is there anything that you can look forward to? Is there anything that you enjoy doing that can make you feel better? Like Snow Squirrel said, going for a hike. Is there anything like that that you can put into your place in your life that's going to make you feel a bit better? I don't know. I've only got limited information here, but I respect the fact that you don't want to share personal things, of course. Lolly's saying, are you top or bottom? Don't know what you mean by that. Zoric sending hugs to Snow Squirrel. That's lovely. Sandra's saying, damn it, we care about you here and about your well-being. I care about the well-being of others. Always have done, always will do. Always will do. If you need to talk, we're all here for you, absolutely. Or if you just want to watch, that's absolutely fine too. So Yorik's then saying, thanks, Yorik. Please like and subscribe, guys. This is not just a live stream, but a community for all to share what's on their minds, and we're all here to help each other. Yes, we are. Grow through the suffering, learn through the suffering, make sense of things, even if it's fucked up sometimes. Thank you, Yorick. Thank you to anyone that's liked and subscribed. I'm going to pin that for a while. Thank you. David Steele said it's took a week. I've took a week out to really think. Every time I get back, more serious things seem to add on top. I've always been in and out of systems, from jobs, family life, and feeling a little bit lost. It's been a week. I've took a week out. And every time I get back, more serious things seem to add up. Some more problems seem to arise. I've always been in and out of systems, from jobs, family life, and just feeling a bit lost. Lack of structure. Sorry, by the sounds of it. So you feel like lost, don't know which direction to go in, where you stand. It's hard out there, damaged healers, sometimes. I think it's just trying to, sometimes if it's all chaos and there's loads of things that aren't working out well, it's all a bit, the whole system's all messy and it's a fucking mess. You're thinking, think of the easiest thing you can focus on. What's the easiest thing that you'd like to change? The easiest fucking thing. And just focus on that one thing and work towards that one thing and get that right. It might take a month, it might take 6 months, it might take a year. And focus on that one thing and try and make that at least good. It could be your exercise regime. It could be bloody finding a job that's stable, that you don't mind doing, or whatever it is, and then get that sorted and then start to work on the other ones. That's the best thing I can think of with regards to what you're saying. I'm not saying what I'm saying is going to be the answer to all your problems, mate, but I'm just trying to help the best I can. Sandra's saying, that's lovely, Yorick. Sending love and respect. Thank you. Brene saying, healer, please don't do anything crazy, please. Very kind of you to say. I'm sure there's at least someone in your life that will be affected by you. Absolutely. It's not only you that gets affected by giving up on life. It affects everyone in your life. And anyone you've ever met would be affected. Yeah. Absolutely. Brene. Brene, very wise and true words. Damage Taylor, you will be missed and people would be very hurt indeed. Yeah, they would. Sorry, it's going down. It's okay. It's fine. Sorry, I'm just thinking in my head there a moment. I've one of my close friends took his own life a few years ago, and he was a good person. A good person. He really was. Yeah, I've known a few people, and they're all men, and they're all in 30s. All men, all in 30s. 4 of them, and they're not here anymore. 3 of them, I was like acquaintances. They were acquaintances, to be honest, but I knew them, and one was a close friend. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, you mean more than you might. You mean more than you might believe. Keep going. Keep going. Focus on one thing at a time. I know this is easy said and done. I'm not naive. Anyway, Britannia saying Brene, very wise and true words. Yep, I've already read that. And Yorick saying, damn it, Taylor, when I feel like giving up, this motivational speak from Rocky movie really helps me. Okay. Praying to my gods, Blake Rook. Praying to your gods. If that makes you feel better, go for it. If that works for you. Thank you, Brian. I'm 27. Been at this for a while. Studying philosophy, psychology. Why I feel like this, it's just a phase, I suppose. Yeah, damn it, Taylor. I don't know if you've heard of Saturn's return. Saturn's return. I'm talking about astrology here, which might think it's a bit weird. But anyway, I'll go with it. Saturn's return happens between the ages of like 27 up to 30. And it's when you kind of like, you go through a midlife crisis kind of thing. And what's no longer working for you, it's a hard time. I used to take drugs, damage Taylor. And I went through a transitional period of time where I was coming away from it. And it was really difficult for me. And I had some difficult relationships around then as well that were toxic. And I really struggled in my later 20s, going up to 30. And then, but after that, I don't think Saturn's return. It's all the lessons that you need to learn and the hard lessons and the things that you need to let go of and drop going forwards. And it's a hard time. Let's call it that. This might not be in relation to you. I might be going off on a little tangent here. I'm sorry if I am. But what was I going to say then? It's a tough phase, 27. It was for me too. I can relate to that. You're still young, damage Taylor. I found my 30s to be a lot better. I was older. My body wasn't as fit. But I found myself to know myself better. It's good that you're reading philosophy. Philosophy is great. Stoicism's great. It helps you get through it. Reading about psychology is great as well. Helps you to learn about yourself. Keep applying that. That's amazing, by the way. It's a phase. Yes, it will. Tough times don't last. Good times don't last forever, mate. The good times don't. Neither do the bad times. Anyway, the world ain't all sunshines and rainbows, Jorick. No. It's a very mean world, a nasty place, and it will beat you to your knees and keep you permanently if you let it. Let me and nobody, like nobody's going to hit as hard as life. Yeah, you were paraphrasing it's basically not paraphrasing. You're sharing the Rocky quote. I'm going to read it again, Yorick, 'cause it's a good one, isn't it? The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. No, is it fuck? It's a very mean and nasty place it can be, and it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, and nobody's going to hit as hard as life. But it isn't how hard you are hit. It's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, but you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you are because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and you ain't at one. You're better. Thank you, Yorick, for sharing. That's really good. It's rocky, but it's great. Life's going to fucking smash the shit out of you, man. Really is. Really is. And you just got to keep going as best you can. And it makes you stronger and wiser. Easy to say, though. Let's be honest. Easy for me to sit here and go, oh, yeah, it's fine. It's not. I know. It's not easy. Anyway, Brene said, everything happens for a reason. Yes, the bad and the good. If your life was always great, you'll eventually get bored shitless. You need the bad to make the good feel great. You need the bad to appreciate the good. Absolutely, Brene. Jordan saying, hello, Brad. How are you doing? I'm doing all right, Jordan. Welcome back. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. I'm all right. I'm good. David Steele saying, thank you, Yorick. I know that speaks very well. It's nice to be honest. Nice to be honest, just for someone to hear, of course. It's nice to, a problem shared is a problem halved, David Steele. Santa's saying, wow, you guys really inspiring me, Yorick and Brunei. Lovely. Yorick saying, sorry, it's a long speech. I couldn't put it into one, but you can't put it into one on here. But it's all right. But it's called The World Ain't All Sunshine and Rainbows, Rocky speech. It's on YouTube. It really helps keep you strong. Yeah, it's very motivational. Hearing it on YouTube rather than me saying it as well is a lot better as well, of course. Sandra saying hello to Jordan. Jordan says hello to Sandra. Damage Healer saying it's okay in the end. Just knowing the people are not evil like the puppet masters of the world is positive. The average person isn't a puppet master, no. They're not. Just trying to live their lives the best they can. Yorick, it's lovely. Thank you for sharing, Sandra's saying. How are you, Jordan? Sandra's asking. I'm okay, thank you. Just injured. How are you? Yeah, you injured your leg in football, wasn't it, when you were goalkeeping? You landed funny on your shoulder, if I remember correctly, Jordan. How did you injure yourself? Sorry to hear that. I'm good, thank you. Football. Yeah. Lewis is saying, do you know Mike Oxlot? Not reading that one, Lewis. Good one, though. You nearly got me. I nearly said it. I nearly said it, Lewis. You almost got me to say it, but didn't quite work out. Sorry, Lewis. Good try, though. Good try. I laughed with a joke, but I'm not saying it out loud. Anyway, Simon said, oh, okay. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you heal soon, Jordan. But it's frustrating. Jordan says, thank you. Brene's saying, healer, you've just got to think to yourself, a horse looks up at the sky at a bird and wishes it could fly. A bird looks at a fish and wishes it could swim. The fish looks at the horse, wishes it could run. The whole thing is, both matter. What you have, you always wonder why your life is the way it is and why it couldn't be better. Absolutely. Comparison is the thief of joy. I've said it before, I'll say it again. In relation to that, you're looking at what other people are doing. Oh, that person's got a partner. I haven't. I'm on my own. That person's got a nice family. I haven't. That person's got a nice car. I haven't. I haven't got a car. That person's got a nicer house. We all have strengths and weaknesses and we're in different situations. Absolutely, Brene. Wise words, Brene, like yin and yang. Absolutely. Brene says exactly. Emirates. Hi, Emirates. My name's Brad. Hi, Emirates is saying. I just joined you live. Would you mind explaining what you were doing on this live? I'm reading all the comments, basically. I'm going with the flow. And usually a lot of it's like community-led reflections, Emirates. So topics varying depending on what comments are shared. I usually talk about self-improvement, working on yourself, talk about toxic people, narcissistic people, talk about making sense of the world. I talk about a variety of things, trying to be more higher vibrational, trying to be a better, more well-rounded, stronger person. I usually talk about those things, but today I'm going with the flow with the comments. Jordan's going back to the gym, but taking it easy. Yeah, don't rush back in, man. Don't rush back in. I don't always follow my own advice with that because I love working out as well, and I just like to do it properly. But it's frustrating when you're injured. You've just got to go through the motions of it. Take it easy. I'm back to work tomorrow, Brad. I'm dreading going back with one functional arm. Fucking hell, Jordan. Go slowly, go steady. As well, when you've only got one arm, I've been there. I've injured my arm in the past, and I've been using my other arm, and the other one can end up overworked and strained. So please be careful. Brene said, I think Brene's sharing. Oh, anyway, sorry, one moment. Emirates says, cool, no worries. Brene's saying, I think of life as a mountain. You have to climb it, get through the bad to be able to slide down it. Yep. Sometimes, though, as well, you think, oh, I'm going up the climb. It's fucking steep. I'm halfway there now. I'm getting tired. It's a big fucking climb. And you keep climbing and climbing and climbing. It takes you fucking ages. You get to the top. You're like, I made it. I made it to the top. And it's like, shit, I'm at base camp. This Mount Everest. Fuck. And then you get back on. But it's all about the climb though, man. Not always, but enjoy the climb the best you can. Anyway. Jordan saying June and July is going to be a hard year for me. Hard month for me. As in June, I lost my uncle who was like a brother. Sorry to hear that, Jordan, to cancer. And it would be a year for him in June. And it'll be 10 years since my mate who committed suicide. Oh, sorry, Jordan. Sorry to hear that. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. 10 years ago in July, he was like a big brother to me. It doesn't get easier for me. But last summer, I went to visit my family in Aberdeen where my uncle lived. It was hard, emptying his home. Oh, my God, Jordan. That's difficult, mate. That's hard. Beyond words hard. I'm sorry to hear that, man. How are you dealing with that? How have you dealt with that? How have you processed that, Jordan? If you don't mind asking, you don't have to answer that question. It's hard. It's beyond hard, words hard. I hope that you're okay. Red or Conford? Sorry? Redor. I'll call you Redor. I hope you don't mind that name. Do you think body count is more important when finding? Do you think body count is important when finding a partner? What do you mean by that? What? How many people that you've slept with? I think it's better if the person slept with less people than more. In my opinion, don't know what everyone else's thoughts are on that. Depends which way you look at it. It also depends on what type of person that is. Are they kind? Are they considerate? Do they genuinely want a relationship? Do they genuinely give a shit about other people? Would be traits that I would be looking for in someone. Do they actually genuinely like me and love me and want to be with me? Do they like me for who I am as a person, not what I've got to offer them? Do they want me for the money, or do they want me as the person I am? Well, that's what I'd be thinking, Redor. Anyway, don't say sorry for your loss, Jordan. We're all here for you. Big hugs. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Yorick. Zuki sending love and respect. Thank you, Yorick. I appreciate it. And Zuki, thank you also. Brad, I've started creating a YouTube channel. I've only done a few shorts, but I've got low subs. Okay, Jordan. Good for you. I'll write down your name. I'll subscribe to you, mate. It's not fucking easy, mate. Give me a second. Let me get my pen because I'll forget it. I have to write your name down. 1 minute. I'll get a pen. Oh, sorry. So Jordan, let me write down your name. It's lowercase. Jordan Watson. 1 minute. I'm writing it down, man. Then I can find you then. 9688. Okay, Jordan, you're making shorts. You've just started. You're just learning. I've been there. Just be mindful. This is my advice. You might not want my advice. You might not appreciate whatever. You don't have to take everything I say as certain. Everyone's got their own way of doing things. Everyone's got their own way of creating things. That's up to you. You've got autonomy over that. However, imagine this. I started on the 30th of December 2024. I started with a short and I started to do edited videos. I didn't do lives at the time. It took me until the fucking 3rd of March to get to 5 subscribers. So I did 2 months of making videos at least once a week. And I was one of the subscribers. So I got 4 subscribers. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my fucking family. I did not tell my friends. They don't even know now. Hardly anyone who knows me knows I fucking do this. I don't tell no one. Don't tell anyone where I work. Because you might think, oh, I'll get lots of subscribers. I'll tell all my friends about it. They're going to support me and it'll boost your numbers up to begin with. However, they might not be interested in your content. So it's bad for your algorithm. Because all the algorithm will see is you've got subscribers that aren't coming back. They're not watching your content. They won't give a shit. They might love you as a person. They might like you as a person, but they might not be interested in your content. So, and it takes the pressure off. Just go for it. And just be aware that it's fucking hard work. A lot of people give up after 6 months. They don't last 6 months. Most don't make it. About 8% of YouTube channels become monetized. 8%. There's not many. There's not many that get to 1,000 subscribers. There's just not many. And it's because people give up. So don't give up if you're going to go down that road. But just take the pressure off. Just think, do you know what? It's a learning process. And go steady, go slowly. Take the pressure off. It takes the pressure off you. Enjoy the process. Invest in microphone, good sound. Invest in. I've got a ring light on me now. Depends on what kind of content you're making. I invested in a ring light. Invested in this. Canva's really good too for thumbnails. Thumbnails are your window. The shop window. So your thumbnail is your shop window, and Canva is £13 a month, but it's really, really good for making thumbnails. And just keep going, and you get better at it. You get better at speaking. You get better at talking in front of a camera. I was shit scared of it to begin with. I was absolutely shit, if I'm honest. I've got better at it. I'm not perfect at it now. But anyway, that's my little bit of advice, man. I don't know what kind of content are you going to be making, is the question, Jordan. And some people, they promote the videos. Do not, in my opinion, don't promote videos. One, promoting videos is going to cost you money. YouTube will then pump it out to more people. The pros are you're going to get loads of subscribers, but the same problem is going to happen. Short-term gain, long-term pain. Loads of people are going to subscribe to your channel, but they're not going to be genuinely connected. They're not going to be connected. They're not going to watch. So it's going to be bad for your algorithm in the long run. Plus, you're paying money for that YouTube to promote content. And another big one is just be your fucking self. Just be yourself and be of service to others. Be of service to others. Try and help people. And be yourself. And that creates the community eventually. Not that I have all the answers, but that's my thoughts on it. Not that I'm a massive YouTuber, because I'm not, but that's how I've found it. And just enjoy it. If you enjoy it, you're more likely to continue. It's all about sustainability. Can you sustain the effort? Anyway. Snow Squirrel saying, amazing community here, rare on the internet. Thank you, Snow Squirrel. What was I going to say then? There's lots of different types of content out there. Some good, some bad, some silly, some, depends what you want. But I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. You're saying, well done, Jordan. Share your talent and content with the world. We're here to create. We're here to create. They say have a niche as well. The road will appear as you walk down it. Sometimes you're walking in the dark when you begin with. You're in survival mode when you start. You're in fucking survival mode. Nobody's watching. No one knows about you. You're speaking into nothingness. People think, oh, I'm going to blow up in one video. Are you fuck? Are you fuck? You might do, but it's a very low chance that your first short, your first edited video will fucking blow up on here. Good luck with that one. And honest to God, I've been going 14 months. Do you think I've earned any money doing this? Nada. Not yet. I will do eventually, but right now, not yet. It takes time. Anyway. Zuki saying, truly, I love it here. Oh, thanks, Zuki. Sending love and respect. Thank you. Angelica. Hi, Angelica. My name's Brad. Nice to meet you. Thank you to anyone that's likes and subscribed, by the way. You're saying, I would say do what you love. Definitely, Jordan, on your channel. Instead of following the crowd, and you will get followers who share the same interests as you. Yes, you'll attract and resonate with certain people that like the content that you do. Everyone's got their own. Yeah, you will eventually. You will eventually. And it helps when you watch, you just go on YouTube and you start off being a beginner YouTuber, and there's lots of people that give loads of good advice as well on YouTube that you can follow. Watch the videos that are on YouTube about being a new content creator. They help me as well. They'll explain things a lot better than I did as well. Jordan saying, I appreciate it to Yorick. Emirates is saying, I'm considering giving up because my content is getting ignored by the algorithm because some of my shorts are getting 3 views in 2 days and I'm fed up. Emirates, I hear you. I feel your pain. I've fucking been there. I'm still there sometimes. Sometimes things get more views. Sometimes they get nothing. If you want to get your watch hours up, Emirates, going live gets your watch hours up big time. I find lives work for me best. I just love speaking in real time, thinking in real time, speaking genuinely. That's what works for me, but that's not for everybody. I understand that. Don't give up, mate. Don't give up. I know you might feel like it, but don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Also try your best to be posting daily shorts and eventually live streams. Yeah. Mainly Formula One and football depends on what the subs want. Yes, you go with what the subs want. I, at one point, Jordan, was speaking about masculinity a lot and the problems that men face. And it got me good views at the time. However, I didn't want to just talk about that all the time. So I changed it. I changed direction. Stupid. See, I like life for engagement, etc. Decent bants. But all I see is toxic madness from all sides. Too many debates. Too many preachers. I've seen creators getting cheap laughs, both from homeless people. Stupid. That happens. That happens. I'm not saying that's right, but that does happen. Toxic madness from all sides. Yep. Too many debates. People preaching as well. It's like, piss off. Stupid. I hate that. I hate people who preach to people, tell people how to live their lives, etc., etc. No. I try not to be like that. I put boundaries in place that when people are rude, though. Absolutely, I put boundaries in. If someone's being a troll, I'll call it out. Absolutely. Protecting the community that I have. I feel like I've got responsibility to do that. But I don't try, I'm not preaching to people, no. Getting cheap laughs on the back of other people is wrong, stupid, of course. And from homeless people, it's disgusting, stupid, absolutely. Raul is just Raul, I'm not doing that. Billy's saying take your negativity somewhere else. Somewhere else, pal. Billy, how'd you stop people pleasing? Fucking hell. I know people pleasing very, very well. I've done it for a lot of my life, Billy. I still do it now to an extent, but a lot less than I used to. I'm going to share your comment because it's a good question. How to stop people pleasing? Anyone got any thoughts on that? How do you stop people pleasing? When you say no, you say yes to yourself. I think how do you stop it? It's having some, I don't know, it's working on yourself. It's thinking, why am I people pleasing? Why am I not putting myself first? You can't please everyone all the time. You feel guilty for when you say no. So basically, when you feel guilty for saying no, so you say yes all the time, you become a yes man. It's not good. It's okay to be a yes man sometimes. It's okay to help someone sometimes. But being a yes man all the time is no good. So then it means that you need to work on being more assertive. And that means putting boundaries in place. And when you first start putting boundaries in place, when you start saying no, you feel guilty, you feel bad. And it's like being at peace with saying that. Thinking about, what do I want? What do you want, Billy? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? What do you want to do in your life? People will judge you no matter what, Billy, as well. No matter how nice you are, how good you are, how helpful you are, they'll always want fucking more. You'll get judged no matter what you're doing. And it's being aware of that and accepting that. Bill, it's kind of saying, start working on yourself. Yeah. Start knowing your worth. Start knowing yourself. Knowing yourself. Being compos mentis. Saying no more, in short. And just don't feel... It's hard when you first start that, though, because you're so used to saying yes all the time, and then all of a sudden you're saying no. It feels weird to begin with. It feels alien to you when you begin that. It's fucking like, it doesn't feel good. So you stick to what you know, which is being a people pleaser. And you get that from growing up, from keeping the peace in a family dynamic sometimes, Billy. Yeah. Sometimes it's you growing up in a bit of a weird family dynamic, toxic dynamic. for an example, and you're just a kid and you're trying to survive it all. You're trying to fucking survive it. So you become a people pleaser just to keep the peace, being the peacemaker of a situation all the time. Sanders saying I'm a recovering people pleaser. So am I. So am fucking I. So I get it. You're saying Emirates, keep at it. Big streamers had their beginning. The shorts not getting many views, but it starts picking up eventually. The wheels start to turn, but when it's starting, you're surviving. And once you got to get through that survival mode. Mine, if I look at my history, I started so slowly, but it started to pick up traction now a little bit more. You feel bad when you say no. You feel guilty. There's a book called, what's the book called? I think it's called Guilt. Read books, man. People pleaser books, Billy. Go online, people pleaser books. I think one's When I Say No, I Feel Guilty is one of the books. Read that and then understand. Then you'll understand why you're doing it and then how to come away from it. Reading helped me big time. It really fucking helped me. Jordan saying, thank you for the advice, Barry. We'll keep your advice on my mind. I hope my channel works well. Keep posting and learn from it. Think, oh, how can I make this a little bit better, Jordan? Think to that one. How can I make that a little bit better? I made this video. What was good about it? What was shit about it? Be honest with yourself. And then repeat. Hashtagging it as well. Hashtagging things as well. vidIQ can help. vidIQ is a good source to help when you're beginning. And Santa's saying, Billy, when you say no, you say yes to yourself. I say it something like that. I know it isn't easy, but the more you practice it, the more better you get at it. And also, if someone asks you for something, right, they're going, oh, can you just drive us here? Can you just do this for me? And you think, you fuck's sake, not again. If you don't know how to answer it, say, I'll think about it. I don't know. I'll think about it. And give yourself time to process it. Stu Pat saying, see, I come from a broadcasting background where channels and film boards have standards that they have to adhere to, but this free-for-all is in its infancy and it does make me uncomfortable for the future. Interesting, Stu Pat. Stu, I'm going to call you, sorry, Stu. You come from a broadcasting background. Interesting. What's that like? Do you have standards and they have to adhere to? But this is a free-for-all. What, YouTube? Yeah, it is. And Joe, Stu, do you know what? With me being fucking real here, am I a medical professional? No. Am I psychology? Do I have a psychology degree? Am I any of those things? No, I'm not. And I always be honest with that. So that's me being open and that's me being transparent. I work as a nurse. I work as a scrub nurse. I work for the NHS. I share my experiences. I share my perspectives, but I try not to force my opinion on others. And I think that gives at least transparency and honesty there. But with regards to standards, some people, they speak about things like they're experts and they're not. And I think that's wrong. And they could give people bad advice. And I also like to say to people, you make your own minds up. You're responsible for your own lives and your own decisions, in my opinion. But it can be dangerous potentially, Stu, with what you're saying, not with what you're doing, with what you're mentioning. There's standards and regulations in place with regards to these broadcasting channels, let's say, film boards. There's regulations there. This is a free-for-all, yeah, it is. And there's some mad stuff out there. Some of it's funny and silly. Some of it's harmless. Some of it's positive. Some of it's negative. And there's a lot in between that as well. Being a YouTuber is a massive grind. It's really hard. You have to keep at it, and it's almost like a second job. You have to give it your time. You have to be consistent. You have to keep going. And think about it. What is going to be useful to people? Is this going to be useful? Think about people. Think about the people that subscribe to you. Think about the community that you build. Are they enjoying what I'm talking about? Do they find this useful? Try and find that. You find it through that. Find it through the process, the creative process. Billy saying, appreciate the advice you lot. No worries, Billy. It's all good. These are just our perspectives as well, Billy. My perspectives, let's say, and other people's perspectives. You'll find a way yourself. If you want to find a way, you'll find a way yourself. But reading really helps. Jordan's then saying, I'm going to have to go, guys, get some sleep, getting some sleep. No worries. I think I need to too. You're saying good night, Jordan. Take, brother. Peace. Peace out to everyone else too. Thank you for anyone that's liked and subscribed. Billy saying, I hate reading. Do you know what? Fair enough. I do audiobooks. I used to read a lot, but I do audiobooks now. Audiobooks and podcasts for me. Billy, it's the same thing. Still learning. If that what works for you, that's better. If that's more sustainable for you, that helps. Go with that. Everyone's got their own way. But hi, Emmanuel. Welcome back, Emmanuel. Of course I remember you. Welcome back. Hope that you're okay. Derek said, I put on subtitles on movie. It's like reading a book and watching the movie at the same time, multitasking. Yeah, true. Jordan saying, thank you, guys. Snow Squirrel says, good night. I think I'm going to call it a day too soon, guys. I need to go. I need to get some sleep too. I'm going to go in the next 5 minutes, actually. I think I've done enough today. More than enough. Derek saying, good night, Snow Squirrel. Take care. Yeah, take care. Snow Squirrel, thank you for joining us. Hope that you're okay, by the way. Stu saying, yeah, look at the film industry and it's all its horrors that have been uncovered, but movements ongoing have raised standards, but YouTube doesn't have them. Yet there's a danger for abuse. Yeah, exactly agree. You don't have to, Stu, it's interesting what you're saying. I've never really thought of it in the way that I've never been thinking about what you just mentioned, but there's some truth in it. So no, YouTube doesn't. I think YouTube does have some standards, though. I think if you're speaking, Stu, if you're speaking about like extreme racism or extreme views that are very like twisted and wrong, let's say, YouTube will ban you. Basically, there's rules on here. If you're saying hate speech, etc., YouTube has regulates it. It definitely does. Also, copyright on here, Stu, as well. If I put meditation music on some of my lives, and it's been like I've been warned about it, saying copyright, Stu. And also, AI is a big thing at the moment. So some channels are just they're 100% AI. All of it's AI, and you can get done for plagiarism as well, using other people's content without consent. Stu. So there is some regulations there, but also a lot of it does slip the net. But it's not as well regulated as the film board, for example, though. I agree with that. There's a lot I don't know about that either, Stu, if I'm honest. I don't know everything about that. I'm just giving my thoughts out the best I can in real time. You're not speaking heavily, Stu. I speak about a lot of deep things, mate. That's not heavy. Really isn't, Stu. Speak about a lot more deeper and heavier topics sometimes, so don't feel bad. Thanks for sharing. Good night, Jordan, and good night, Snow Squirrel. Get some sleep. I hope you're okay, as best as you can be. Norik saying good night to me, so Brad. Zuki saying, yeah, I need to head off too. Thanks, Brad, for a night to all. Yes, I need to stop, don't I? Emmanuel says, I don't understand pleasing. People pleasing. Emmanuel say, people who are pleasing, are they people who say please? No. There's people that say please, that's manners. Please, thank you. They're words. It's polite. It's polite. The English are known to be polite. That's probably one of the positives, Emmanuel, of English people. People pleasing is when you're saying yes to everything. You're just trying to make everyone feel better. You just you're people pleasing too much means that you're just forgetting about your own wants and needs too much, Emmanuel, and trying to please everyone else all the time instead of looking after yourself, neglecting yourself. That's what people pleasing is in a nutshell. Lewis is saying, I support immigration customs enforcement. Okay. Stu, I'm moving on. Anyway, Stu's saying, no, not that many people will agree, but AI, Suno music for background audio might be acceptable. People question its use. Maybe they do. Bailey, hi Bailey, welcome back. I hope that I'm going to stop soon, guys. I'm tired. I hope that either all of us or none of us are judged by the actions of our weakest moments, but rather by the strength we show when we're given a second chance. Absolutely, Bailey. We all make mistakes in our weakest moments. If we learn from them and move forwards, that's the best we can do. Sometimes we all mess up. Sometimes, Mr. Moneyman, what is your opinion on Donald Trump being president? Do you like him or not? I won't say particularly. I'm very neutral towards that person. If I'm honest. I don't think he's controlled, though. I don't think he's controlled. I think he's his own person. I'll give him that. I respect that. He's his own person. It doesn't answer to anyone. Does he go about things in the right way all the time? I'd say no. Is he all bad? No. Is he all good? I'd say no. I don't know much about him, Mr. Moneyman. I don't live in America either, so I don't really. Yeah. What do you think? I'm going to call it a day, guys, in a minute. Bailey, that's a beautiful quote. You know what it's saying? Guys, I'm going to have to go. I'm tired. Thank you for your time. I'll be live on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning, UK time. I'll hopefully be live during the week, in the evening at some point. I will announce that on my channel. Click on the notification button if you want to know when my next lives are going to be. Thank you for your time. Look after each other. Keep being kind to each other. See you next time, Jordan. Sorry, I'm really tired. I'm going to get some sleep. Thank you for your time and goodbye. Hopefully, I'll see you again soon.